What's up, gamers? It's been 48 hours since I last saw you. 45, if we want to count from the end of the stream. Welcome back. Welcome back to the game that's driving me fucking bananas bonkers. Bonkers. Welcome. Let me grab it, chat.
Yeah, the black one.
What are you playing?
Wait, what? You can hear that?
Yes!
Wait, what?
What the hell are you playing?
Wait a minute, I don't understand. How can you hear that? I'm wearing headphones.
Well, I don't know.
You can actually, like, hear the whole thing.
It was like, I just heard yelling.
Oh, okay.
But it was pretty clear. Like, it didn't sound like it was coming through speakers.
Okay, maybe it's because okay. To be fair, I was leaning, I'm leaning in, like, okay, because my mic is in front of me, and I'm watching my second monitor, and my mic, like, blocks part of it, so I'm leaning forward to watch the video, so I think you heard it through my headphones coming in, because I'm listening to it pretty loudly.
Okay, well, maybe that was the case. I thought that you were doing a joke like that time you played Samurai Animation.
No. I'm watching a K-pop video.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Sorry.
It's okay. In preparation for you have a big concert to prepare for. I understand. Anyways, welcome back to the stream, Jet. Glad to have you.
Thank you for having me back.
You're so welcome. Welcome back, everyone in the chat. Hello, Grace, Luca, Astronaut, Endrice, Penguin Drum 64, Baby Asogi. Yes, I had to put him up there. He's so cute. He's also my he's my phone background. He's so cute. He's my little guppy. He's so guppy. But yes, hello, Abby. Abby's here. Abby was a fake fan and missed Monday. Hate to see it. Hello, Grovey, Astrofish, Kirsten C55, welcome back. Lesbian Miku, MJ, Neriart, Gebe, Bana, hello, Baconfish, and anyone else who I missed who is lurking, welcome back. Yeah, fake hobby. Oh, I'm sorry, Grovey. Yeah, there was a Monday. I put it on my schedule, and I said, Avi, I'm handing you back your Jester's hat because I need you to tell jokes because I went a little bit insane last night. I'm getting all my, with all the new information I'm learning now at this speed, I'm getting all my strings tangled and it's very frustrating. And so I feel like last night I was like, I'm just gonna come on stream and cry. I'm gonna start crying because I don't know what's like, how to connect all this shit. What did you just send? What are you sending? Yeah, I can explain that whole polycule if you want.
We have to play the video game.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sit here and sanction your buffoonery.
All right, but if you want some of that buffoonery, I got it in droves. But also, please let me know if Jet is too quiet because we've turned him down. So. And on the reading right now, it looks like Jet's a little quiet. So if he's too quiet, I will turn him up.
I can adjust my end too.
Yes, this, also that. Oh, Bana wants to hear about it? Okay.
No. It's veto. We're on the game. We need to finish.
If somebody redeems like 50,000 points, I'll talk about it. Okay. Sorry. Let me turn the lo-fi off and let me turn the music back on. Okay. Take a shot of what?
God.
Luca, you've already heard it.
Okay. We can redeem the points. Go ahead, talk about your deal. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna continue watching.
Okay.
Video.
Also, your volume got like murky in the water again.
No.
Okay, you're back. You're back,
Okay.
kind of. Okay. Anyways. No. Okay. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lower your volume. Actually, I'm gonna lift it, and then you can gesture to me when you're back. Okay, I'm gonna watch my K-pop. Okay, bye.
Okay. The Cliff's Notes is that Eugen, Seishiro, and Genshin get to London. They go to meet Strongheart. Strongheart's like, ooh, that one with the really dilfy mustache. I like that one. But then he finds out they're all in a polycule, and so he's like, okay, I'll join your polycule and won't kill the other two. And so then but then through their adventures, Genshin meets Gregson, and invites him to the polycule, and then Gregson is working with Klimt and invites Klimt to the polycule, and so and then Eugen now at the hospital is has met John Wilson and invites him to the polycule, and then I don't fucking know how Herlock worms his way in there somehow because apparently he wasn't Herlock's partner, so I don't fucking know where he comes into this. But anyway, so then Strongheart's still on his like, he'll be mine. I only want one of them, and I just have to get rid of all the other ones. So Klimt, I've decided that Klimt was a total bimbo, and he had like the most rockin' party animal pussy and got all the dilfs. And so then so Strongheart's like him first and kills him. And so Klimt Van Zieks gets offed first, and then he's like, oh, you know what's convenient? I'm gonna frame Genshin for this, and then he gets him. He gets 2 for 1 on that one. Yeah, Klimbo. Survival of the Dilfist. And then but then with the with the loss of Genshin, they're like the Eugen and Seishiro go back to Japan. So Mikoto was like, Claims rockin' party animal pussy. You get that tattoo, Fana. So yeah, so then they've gone back to London, but then Strongheart invites them back, and then he's like, Eugen, I have a present for you. I've killed Gregson to prove my love to you. So that's where we're at currently. Jet, I'm done. I'm done. Jet, I'm done. I'm done. Best speech since the Cosmos bad at eating pussy, but he tries really hard.
Okay.
Hi. Welcome back.
Are you done now?
I am done. I am done, but you do sound a little bit watery. Let me hang up on you and come back.
Oh my god.
Okay. Hello?
Still sound bad.
No, you sound perfect. Okay. I'm sorry about computers. Okay. Oh no. Oh shit.
What
shit.
are you
Shit.
What the fuck?
That wasn't what I wanted. This is what I wanted. There we go. How's that?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So let's start. Now that we all know what the current working theory is with the polycule, let's get started here, shall we?
Wait a minute, you sound watery.
I sound watery? Well, why don't...
Okay, we're
What?
fine.
I'm fine?
Yes, okay, you're good now. But you were watering for like 2 minutes.
Well, now you're watery.
Why is this happening?
I don't know, but I'm getting like a really weird roaring noise. Not roaring noise, but like, it sounds like there's a, are you on the right mic? It sounds like there's a lot of white noise behind you.
right, Mike. I was. It's still bad?
Kinda. Do you want to turn yourself up a little bit too? This is the weird thing. Like it starts out fine and then it just kind of goes.
Let me unplug and replug my microphone.
Okay.
Clint
Van Zieks' pussy is flying this plane. Anyways, yeah. I mean, I have real theories, but they drove me a little bit insane last night. Do you know what
this?
Sorry, speak again?
How is this? Is it still bad?
It's a little better, but you're getting this just like weird feedback almost.
If it's still bad.
A little better.
I don't know what to change. I'm gonna leave and come back, I guess.
Okay, I'll also disconnect. Why don't I'll Is that me? Clavier. Sorry guys, 1 second. I'm gonna shut down my Discord. Let's see if it helps. Okay, now Discord. Anyways, how's everyone? Rip to Clint Van Zieks, you would have loved Doja Cat. I think it's so funny if Klimt is a bimbo. I think we're gonna keep that. Hello.
How is this? Is it still bad?
Perfect. It is perfect. No more watery. Okay.
I'm gonna kill myself. And you know whose fault this was?
Clint Van Zieks'. No, not Klimp's.
Let's just play the video game.
Okay. Hi. Hey. You have a guy who's killing people for you. Why don't you go check that out? Okay. Anyways, let's go.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. You're perfect. And let me know how Jet's volume is, guys.
Well, if you'll excuse me now. I need to telegram government ministers and Japanese police with this information about Asashin.
Of course, Father. Thank you.
I look forward to next month's installment, Miss Wilson.
Oh, good! And please, do come to Baker Street sometime, won't you? We'd love to entertain you.
I would be delighted. The best of luck for tomorrow, Naruhodo. And give my suggestion your full consideration, won't you?
Right, the suggestion to go back to Japan. Yes, I will. Going back home?
You know, Kazuma-sama has always meant a great deal to my father.
Oh, where?
I'm sure he'd love the chance to meet with him and talk to him about all this.
Yes, no doubt. Who dis? Is this? Hey, Hannah. Is this?
Oh, of course, it's so obvious.
Oh, you!
How could I have neglected to consider the possibility before now?
Mr. Sholmes?
Harley, where have you been?
Oh, I just joined you off tea, of course. That's an extraordinary question.
Okay, 1 second, sorry. Why is this happening? I don't know.
What happened?
You kept going watery again. It's been really weird.
Do I have to restart my computer? Should I restart my computer?
I don't know.
Computer. Goodbye.
You're gonna restart your Okay, Jet's restarting his computer.
It's gonna take like 10 seconds.
Okay, it's gonna take 10 seconds. Anyways, oh, that's the other thing. Sorry, yeah, okay, Jet restart computer. Okay, so that was the thing that started it all. That was what started it all, was because I was trying to figure out where, sort of like the timeline of what everyone had done, right? So Asogi's gone for fucking 8 days. Or he's not gone, but we don't know where he is. But we know that at some point he left London and came back the day before the trial. And then the morning of the trial, or not the morning of the trial, like... but the morning... See, this is where I can't remember when Seishiro was not at the hotel. Like, we went to the hotel and he was like... he just wasn't there. And so I was like, so where's Seishiro gone? Like, and so then I was like, and then that was the other thing. After the trial, Mr. Sholmes was like, I have to go. I have to leave, and that's all we could get from Iris. And so then I was like, okay, I guess, yeah, and I guess Clavier's there too. And so then I was like, okay, so Herlock and Seishiro are now both like at the scene, because we had established that Gregson was killed somewhere else. So they're like, okay, so they're both at the scene of Gregson's original murder. That's how Herlock got into this. They're both at the scene of Herlock's original murder, and then I'm like, are they boning? Boning with Gregson's spirit because they missed their polykeel, and that's how it happened. But anyways, I don't know where Seishiro is. I don't know where he's gone. I don't know what he was doing, and I don't know where anyone is. Where are all these bitches going? Where is the party? But clearly he's back, so I can ask him where he was. Jet has said, keep playing if you need to, don't wait for me. Okay, I'll play a little bit. The words coming out of my mouth, what do you mean, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the video game. Okay. So yeah, we'll keep going, and then Jet will join back in.
I didn't notice you at all.
No matter. Anyway, to more pressing concerns. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes? I must dispatch a telegram to your country at once. It is a matter of much urgency. To Japan, you mean? Tell me, to whom can I entrust the task? Quickly now, who?
Well, my father has just now left to send a telegram to the Imperial Police Bureau of Japan himself.
Why, I needed a breath before that line. Whew. I see. Well, he looked reliable enough for a bearded fellow. Do you not trust people with beards, Sholmes?
I don't think what father's sports could be considered a beard, Mr. Sholmes.
Is that a... Insert beard joke? There's not a moment to lose. Kindly ask your trusty unshaven father to see this sent.
I will, but what is it?
No questions at the time, if you please, Mr. Sato. All we can do is pray. Herlock is become Catholic. That for once, my deduction is awry. Doesn't that imply that your deductions are normally correct, Mr. Sholmes? Which isn't exact. Now then! You may be surprised to learn that I'm a very busy man. I certainly have no time to hide behind settees and eavesdrop on other people's conversations. Oh, so that's exactly what you were doing. So that's what joining us for tea meant. I leave the sending of this in your hands, then, my dear fellows. And he sprinted away. But where was he? Wait a minute! Mr. Sholmes!
He just sort of ran off, didn't he? At quite a pace.
And left the unpaid bill for his tea behind, too. Mr. Sholmes.
I must catch up with Father at the telegraph office at once. And I'll run and call us a cab, straight away.
And there was me thinking everyone would be clamoring to pay Mr. Sholmes' bill. Can I examine? No, I can't. I just have to go places, I guess. Where was the other? Oh yeah. Are you sure we've asked everything we need to? Is there other stuff that we can ask for? I'll wait for Jet to go back to him, but it has become the workplace of Cousin Asogi. Where else? So in some ways, this place still seems to rather suit Lord Van Zeke. Okay. All right. Do we need to go back to the scene of the crime? Let's try that. Okay. All right, 2nd November, room of Fresno Street. Oh. Well. What else is here? Looks the same as ever. Okay. I guess we can still examine some stuff. There are details of cases stretching back over 10 years on this notice board. Yes, a history of Lord Van Zeke's defeats in court.
I don't think that's an appropriate description. Although, when you consider everything on the board, it's certainly true that all these people had a background of dubious dealings.
Dano101, thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Welcome to the... I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much you heard earlier, but... And in the end, of course... Attended to the scene of the crime. The board itself concealed the inspector's own death.
Oh my, it really doesn't bear thinking about.
Okay. Let's see this again. If it turns out that Gregson didn't actually die here... Sorry. If it turns out that Gregson didn't actually die here at all, where on earth could he have been killed?
Well, one way or another, we must find out. For the inspector's sake.
Even though you know he's the Reaper?
You know, you look awfully pale again today, Mr. Naruhodo.
Ugh. Sorry. When I start thinking it all through, I conjure up some horrible images in my mind. For better or worse, I missed the start of the stream. Well, maybe it'll get mentioned again.
Your imagination is the culprit here, then. Most certainly guilty. Ooh. Hello? Hello?
I don't know if his mic is plugged in or something. Oh. Oh.
Hello?
Hi. Hi.
Is it bad still?
No, it's not bad. I can hear myself.
What?
Does anyone know how to fix that?
You hear yourself.
What do you mean?
Hey, Discord, you piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, Discord.
You stupid fucking chess dimension. Why don't you work properly? Why are you doing things that you shouldn't be doing? Huh?
Huh? Yeah, you're a robot, and I can also hear myself. I wonder if that's OBS's fault. Are we in the right server for voice chat?
I mean, it's a private call. What?
I don't know. Luca just asked.
There is no server. It's a private call. Hold on. Okay, this is with a...
Oh my god. Holy shit, why is it... Okay, does anyone know how to fix that? Because it was doing that before too, and I had to restart my computer, and I don't want to do that.
Okay, this is my microphone,
Oh,
not using any of my filters. How does this sound?
Completely fine. Very loud.
What about now?
Extremely quiet, but
What about now?
fine.
Is it too loud or...
No, you're good. It's kind of quiet now, but I can boost you.
I mean, no, because I'm adjusting the volume on my end.
Okay. A little louder?
What about now?
A little louder.
What about now?
Perfect. And I can't hear myself, and that's perfect.
I'm assuming it's just OBS's fault.
It could be OBS's fault.
Fucking piece of shit.
And I've never... Oh, still quiet? Everyone's saying still quiet.
Okay, hold on. What about now?
That sounds good. That looks good on my levels. Let me give you the game again. Sorry, everyone. This is OBS and Discord's fault. It just will suddenly just start doing shit. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, it's good. We made it there. Okay, so let's go. I was kind of just buying time. Let's go to the...
I mean, you should have made progress.
No, I did. I played the game. But I thought maybe there was stuff we had to do at the crime scene, but there wasn't. So let's go to Mr. Vigil's hospital bed, because we haven't not spoken to him yet. And we were supposed to speak to him. Okay, 2nd November, St. Sinners Hospital, Ward 3.
This is the ward where Mr. Vigil was brought, apparently.
To be frank, I'm a little worried about seeing him again. Hello?
Oh, the lawyer. Hello again.
Are you feeling better now, Mr. Vigil?
Yes, thank you. Somewhat better.
I'm so sorry to have caused you to... I mean, it was because of me. If I hadn't exposed your secret and forced you to remember things you'd obviously tried to forget...
The prosecutor was here until a few moments ago, too. You just missed him.
What were you talking... Well, okay, I guess... Oh, Cosmo beat us to it. I mean, I was gonna say, well, what were you talking about? But I think Cosmo has a few questions for this guy.
He said much the same as you. He was very apologetic.
And I'm sorry I was evil.
But the truth is, I brought all of this upon myself.
Please, don't think like that.
keeping it from Evie, my wife. All these years, I've carried such a sense of guilt. But that's not the worst of it. Over time, obviously came to deceive myself as well.
You mean about your dismissal?
Looking back now, I'm beginning to think that perhaps Inspector Gregson didn't stumble across me by accident at all. I mean, he compensated me so generously for acting as his stand-in. He was clearly concerned for my well-being and doing what he could to help.
So perhaps Gregson knew exactly what had become of Mr. Vigil all along, then.
I'm sure this is just desserts for 10 years of lies and deception, but... It wasn't me that helped the professor escape 10 years ago. It wasn't me.
The Juliet theory continues!
I swear it's true.
Oh, Mr. Vigil.
Oh shit, sorry.
Okay. I'm sure you'd rather not dredge up even more from your past at this time, but if possible, could you tell us exactly what really happened? Maria, this is not... He's getting that look in his eyes again.
I need to get all this off my chest. I just want someone to tell me what I should have done. Inspector Gregson was obviously engaged in a special operation of some sort. He was investigating something that even Scotland Yard couldn't know about.
Details of the Reaper's marks, yes.
It was when he had to carry out those investigations that I would take his identification and impersonate him.
Sorry, just making sure I have this right. So, details of the Reaper's marks, so he's, like, investigating people he wants killed by the Reaper.
Yes.
Like, okay. You'd pretend to be the inspector and carry out investigations on his behalf?
Oh, no, never! A common street peddler couldn't possibly carry out a proper police investigation. All I would do is go to the specified location and make a hoo-ha.
A hoo-ha?
Just something to leave an impression, so everyone there would think a detective called Gregson was here.
So, that's what you were doing on the day prior to the incident?
There's like a handprint on the window. Watch as she disappeared. Oh, no, never mind. It's not a handprint. It's a chimney.
Yes, he asked me to make an appearance at the park on Lime Street for the Red-Headed League event. So, as usual, I flashed the inspector's identification around and was very vocal about my presence.
But then you were taken prisoner by those red-headed fraudsters.
Yes.
So, you would always make a point of showing Gregson's identification and generally being loud?
That's what the inspector asked me to do. Yes.
Well, that's one way of becoming a legendary detective, I suppose. Not a good one, though.
And as you know, I suffered this bruising around my neck at their hands. But the following day, they kept their word and released me.
Without returning the inspector's identification to you, however.
We had arranged to meet in the Fresno Street room at 5 that day so I could report back to the inspector. But at the agreed time, that's when I heard the gunshot.
You guys need to shut up about Spider-Web.
It was at midnight on 17th June 10 years ago. That was the time scheduled for the execution.
But the professor's execution never actually took place, did it?
Or rather, the execution itself must have been used to effect the plan of escape. I hardly dare to imagine what a chilling plan it was.
Berkeley was renowned for being the highest security prison in the country. Everything that went in or out of the place was searched multiple times. But there was one notable exception. Or rather, one notable loophole. Something that was never questioned.
Scythe's autopsies and stuff. I have a feeling I know what that loophole was now. The coffins into which the bodies of the executed convicts were placed, correct? Interesting.
Yes. Once the coroner had confirmed the death of a condemned convict, the body was taken in its coffin for immediate burial in Lowgate Cemetery just behind the prison. The chief warder first had to sign the necessary papers. And after that, no member of staff was permitted to touch the coffin containing the body again. When executions took place, only the executioner and the coroner were permitted inside the chamber. I would wait in the adjacent room for word that the condemned convict was dead. On that occasion, once I had that confirmation, I went into the mortuary to find a lone coffin, as usual. The procedure was that I would sign the paperwork having checked the coffin, then nail it shut. But for some reason that day, the coffin was already nailed shut.
Okay. So they get put in the coffins post Scythe coroner autopsy report, yes? So okay. So she confirms the professor is dead, but then the coffin that he is supposed to be in is nailed shut before he can do it. Let me just... Yeah, okay. Okay.
No!
I didn't think anything of it at the time. I assumed that my deputy must have checked the coffin and nailed it shut before I arrived.
So, you mean the coffin contained...
Yes. I can only imagine that Asugi, having escaped his execution somehow, was alive inside the coffin.
Okay.
The coffin was then taken out through the main gates and deposited in Lowgate Cemetery.
Presumably, there wouldn't have been enough air inside to breathe for long.
So it's the Juliet poison. So in the early hours following the burial, somebody dug up the coffin again to set Genshin free.
Wait, you keep saying Juliet poison.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so Juliet's poison. So so there is back when we had cross-examined your spells, she said that when she opened the coffin to look at his face and opened the mask and whatever, and he was he looked dead, but he was alive because the rigor mortis had not set in. So it's what I'm thinking is that the Juliet poison is something that Eugen made to get his friend out of this and gave it to him, and somehow but he's not in on it. Then somehow they had to have pulled strings within the prison to make it seem that the execution actually took place, or if it was it was death by, what was it, death by hanging? Okay, so death by hanging. Because the whole thing with the Juliet poison or whatever is that Scythe wouldn't have been able to tell if he was actually dead, or been able to tell like traces of this poison because like in Romeo and Juliet, it's like she, by all accounts, she looks dead, and so then he gets nailed inside the coffin so that nobody checks on him, like, and then gets put in the ground and. Because Juliet stays dead her whole funeral and then gets put in like the family catacombs or whatever, and then Romeo goes and finds her, still thinks she's dead, and then kills himself. And so if Truspels is sitting there like working on his face or whatever and like making her wax figure, and then shut up, Avi. But he could have still been under the effects, and then he wakes up. So like if he didn't need to really like breathe that much while he was in there, it makes sense. Or like, sorry, that was a weird roundabout way of saying that, but like if they had to make sure that he didn't suffocate in there, it stands to reason that if he was like very deeply passed out, that he would not be breathing deeply, and then he could wake up and break out of his situation there. And then I think that Gregson shot him. I think Gregson was the one that shot him because technically he would have been escaping the clutches of the Reaper, or of Van Zieks, and so then the Reaper would have had to kill him, but yeah.
Okay, Tony.
Genshin was already dead by the time Truspels was working on him. No. Because Truspels,
So let me.
Okay, hold on.
So, the reason why the whole rigor mortis thing came in,
Yeah.
was to show the contradiction that like to bring up the whole idea that the professor was never dead to begin with.
Exactly.
However, what she was explaining is that the rigor, after explaining rigor mortis, she assumed that because everyone knew the execution happened at midnight.
Yes.
Okay, and she was like, well, no, it's different because, of course, Genshin didn't die when he was executed, quote unquote.
Yes.
He died when he was shot in the cemetery. That's
Yes.
why the rigor mortis thing was.
Oh, so you're saying that she could have come after the gunshot happened and he was put back into the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, but then what? Okay, whatever. All right, but it still stands to reason he had to survive the execution somehow and be in there for a little bit. I still think Eugen's in on this. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I had thought that Truspels came before the gunshot. Anyways, people die when they are killed. It's true, but whatever.
The whole time you're saying Juliet poison. What the fuck are you talking about?
Haven't you been saying that for like 3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to get the hint to stop spouting nonsense. It's not working.
Well, just you fucking wait. Just
Okay.
you wait.
I'm
until
waiting.
it all comes to fruition. All right.
But in the end,
Yeah, rigor mortis sets in a few hours after being dead. Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, whatever. Doesn't matter. Either way, rigor mortis would not have set in.
he was fatally shot in the graveyard anyway. What on earth really happened in Lowgate Cemetery that night, I wonder?
I'm afraid I really don't know. All I can say with certainty are two things. Asogi couldn't possibly have escaped that way without help from somebody working in the prison.
So Eugen. Oh, and here, okay. Caden is part of the polycule. I can hear you typing. What are you typing? What are you saying? Who are you saying it to? Who
And
are
that
you?
somebody was not me.
Who are you talking to? Obviously. Sorry. Obviously, you knew the man then? The professor, I mean. Genshin Asogi.
Yes, I remember him well, in fact.
Would you mind telling us what you know?
Every time I see you guys type out that very long name, I think of that clip from Full Metal Alchemist where they're on the phone and like, my name is. Do you know that clip?
No.
Hold on.
Uh-huh. Okay, people know it. Who are you sending secret messages to?
Genshin Asogi. Oh, it didn't copy my thingy. I'm wasting time now. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Mama, you fucking googled that and copied and pasted it.
Okay, anyways.
Well, having been condemned to death as he was, any contact I had with the man was short, obviously. After that trial, which was carried out behind closed doors, attended only by elite members of the judiciary, they called for his execution to be carried out at the earliest possible opportunity.
Oh, sorry, Jazzumini, welcome. Thank you for following. 18 minutes ago, sorry. The outcome of the trial was set from the beginning, wasn't it?
It was a time of delicate diplomacy when Britain and Japan were in the process of signing an important treaty. That meant that this potentially destabilizing case had to be dealt with swiftly and discreetly.
Oh, hydrate. All right.
The man had less than a week in total. As I was the chief warder, I oversaw the short stay in the cells until his final hour. I remember being struck deeply by his noble character and incredible resilience.
What do you mean exactly?
He was a killer of many men, but he was always quiet and polite. He was a gentleman and a man of intellect. In fact, I couldn't bring myself to believe what he'd done, so I asked him one day. Those 5 members of the aristocracy whose lives were taken, were you really responsible?
I'm guilty of the unforgivable crime of ending another human's life, yes. That was weirdly cryptic.
The following day, the closed trial took place, and the verdict was no surprise.
Guilty.
That night, when he was brought back to his cell, I saw something unusual.
Something unusual? What?
The last will and testament of Genshin Asogi.
Okay. So his will was probably to, I'm guessing, give karma to Kazuma.
As I said, it was only on the night following his trial after he'd been found guilty. I was doing the rounds of the cells, and when I looked into Asogi's, I noticed that he seemed to have a sheet of paper in his hand.
Ah, his last will and testament then, presumably.
As soon as he noticed me, he hurriedly shoved it behind his back.
But why did you find that so unusual? Isn't it normal for a man to pen a will when he knows his death is nigh?
Yes, that's true, but there were special conditions to Asogi's incarceration, you see.
What sort of conditions?
Well, even though he was held in a cell designed for condemned inmates. He was allowed to keep his personal effects with him, with one exception.
Really? He was allowed his things? That is unusual, certainly.
Of course, he'd been convicted of killing 5 members of the aristocracy. But at the time, he was a guest in our country from the Empire of Japan. The powers that be were determined that his final day shouldn't be needlessly uncomfortable.
And what was the exception you mentioned? To the personal effects he was allowed?
Probably Karuma.
That's the point. He wasn't permitted to have writing materials.
So they let him have a sword? Okay.
Specifically, no pens or paper.
Interesting. Why that?
So, he was prevented from leaving any written record of what had happened to him?
Oh, because he was being framed and he knew it.
Yes, that was the long and short of it. I have no idea where he obtained that paper. Any writing materials would have been confiscated from him upon his incarceration. As I said, he hid the paper behind his back and then he pleaded with me. What did you just hide behind your back?
Please turn a blind eye. This is my lifeline.
But you know it's against the rules.
You're the only person who's seen. If you just agree to keep quiet.
All right then. But what's on that paper?
A last will and testament. This will is the only weapon I have left now. How can a will be a weapon?
So I decided to pretend I'd seen nothing, and I let him keep his will.
Pen is mightier than the sword?
But then later, it just seemed to vanish without trace.
What? What do you mean it vanished?
It would seem that isn't the end of the story of this mysterious will.
I was the only person who saw Asogi's will, but
somehow it disappeared. Genshin ate the paper.
it was after Asogi's execution.
Which was actually an elaborate jailbreak.
The warders gathered up Asogi's possessions that were in his cell. They were all to be sent back to his family home in Japan, you see.
Poor Kazuma-sama.
And you're saying that it wasn't anywhere to be found among his personal effects? The will, I mean.
That's right, though I didn't search through them myself. But Governor Caden was livid. He was screaming. It cannot have disappeared completely.
That doesn't quite make sense, though, does it?
In what way? Because he wouldn't have known about the will.
Well, we'd understood that only Mr. Vigil was aware of the will's existence. In which case, how did the prison governor know to look for it?
Oh yes, you're right!
I really don't know how he knew. But it certainly seemed as though he knew of the will's existence from the outset. Only he didn't refer to it as a will. What he said was the Asogi papers.
Interesting. The Asogi papers?
I really can't tell you anything of the subsequent events. Because, well, of what happened.
Your dismissal.
Was that you or me?
Was what?
That noise.
The like balloon?
It was me. Never mind.
Okay.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Your dismissal, and the way you blocked it all from your memory.
I'd forgotten all this until today. I don't suppose it's relevant to the case, though.
Well, anyway, thank you very much for sharing it with us, Mr. Vigil. We're very grateful.
I'm afraid there's really little more I can tell you. My wife Evie will be here shortly, so I do hope I don't appear rude, but...
No, not at all. Thank you again.
But what will become of you now?
Well, impersonating a police officer is a criminal offense, of course. I imagine that once I'm fully recovered, I shall be arrested.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, please. This is all my own doing. I always knew that this day would come.
Well, I wish you well. Goodbye, Mr. Vigil.
Ah! Before you go, there's just one thing.
Okay. Oh, yes? What is it?
The Asogi papers. I'd be very grateful if you'd make no mention of the things I told you about them.
Okay. Presumably for some good reason.
It's my understanding that their very existence is a closely guarded secret.
Everything's a closely guarded secret here.
If it became known that I'd remembered, well, it could be rather troublesome, I think.
I understand. Some sort of will that Genshin Asogi penned just before his death, which the man himself claimed was his last weapon. But if they let him keep counter, like... or maybe he didn't have it, maybe they confiscated it, but they're letting him keep his personal effects. Maybe that doesn't mean everything. I don't know. I wonder. Perhaps it had something to do with his plan to escape. If there's anyone who might know more about a document that Kazuma's father left behind.
It would be Mr. Vigil's governor. Then we know precisely where we must go. Back to Barclay Prison. Let's go.
Bye! Sorry about all that. And nope, I want prison governor's office. That's what I want. Second November, Barclay Prison Governor's Office. Hey, you giant human.
Oh, back again, are you?
Yes. Hello.
I've heard all about your investigations. I read the report just now. You found him, eh, Vigil?
Yes, luckily.
Well, anywho, the laddie doesn't work here no more. So your case is
Note to do.
oh, no. So your case is not to do with Barclay. I wouldn't like you to get the wrong idea about that.
Someone's hiding something. Of course, yes. Mr. Vigil stopped working here 10 years ago now, so...
Yes, we've seen his dismissal notice, haven't we? He was given the jump.
Aye, Kimmer, you ken very well. So, how about a wee handcuff biscuit?
Oh, they really are like little handcuffs. And as hard as irons too.
So, what's brought you down here today?
Well, there's something else we'd like to ask you about, actually. Imagine being a non-native English speaker and having to understand what Caden says. Yeah, exactly. Like that's kind of like with him and with Gina, like sometimes I find it kind of counterproductive when they try to write out the accent, because like I'll just do the accent myself. Like I don't need, when they spell it out, it kind of fucks me up. But
Is that so?
oh, you meant as Ryo and Sasato. Okay, well that too. We believe there may have been a document that disappeared from Genshin Asogi's cell. He just told you not. Oh my god, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh my god!
He's such a piece of shit.
What the fuck, Ryu?
He's literally such a piece of shit. Like, I get it's important, but like, not even like coming up with a roundabout way to like somehow being like, you know, we were investigating here and we somehow found blah blah blah. No, it was immediately just randomly out of nowhere. And so he's gonna be like, oh, that's interesting. Where did you hear that? And Rio's gonna be like, oh, you know,
around. Anyways, we also just talked to Mr. Vigil, not related though. He broke.
He's literally gonna like that man was just gonna go to jail for impersonating a police officer, but he's definitely getting killed.
Yeah, exactly. Now Strongheart's gonna kill him for sure. He did break girl code. He absolutely just broke girl code. He Delta Nu sister swore and he broke it. My god. I think it's been called the Asogi Papers or something.
Yeah, I just read it in the newspaper today. No big deal.
No big deal.
God, I hate him.
Did I not say? Gregson's death is not to do with things that may have happened at Barclay. Leave it in the past, laddie. Let's not footer about with irrelevant details.
His expressions changed completely. Fucking... This is where Phoenix inherited the... Yeah, Von Karma, I have the bullet that'll prove you guilty right here.
I wish I could tase Ryu.
We're clearly onto something here.
That murderer's botched execution. On the whole, miserable escape. They were Barclay's darkest hour, eh? A shocking embarrassment.
Yeah, of course I had to put Smallzima up top. He's a little baby. I made him my phone background. Because the convict had a collaborator on the prison staff, you mean?
Aye, for shame. The coroner confirmed the death of the man after his execution, Courtney Scythe. And my chief warder at the time, Vigil, who was in charge of the whole affair.
But Mr. Vigil says he didn't know anything about it.
The rascal wouldn't say otherwise, eh? More handcuffs?
Oh, how could I say no? You can never have too much iron in your diet. When Mr. Vigil was handed his dismissal notice as a result of what had happened, he was so despairing, he jumped out of your office window, didn't he?
I didn't like to say, but that's just Vigil trying to get out of it. Do you not think he wouldn't have jumped from the line of shock of his crimes being exposed? Eh? I do.
You wouldn't say otherwise, though, would you?
Of course, I kinda shun all responsibility myself. I shouldn't have let him deceive me. Actually, there's barely anybody that kens what went on at the time now. with Gregson having been murdered, and Dr. Scythe forbidden from having any visitors.
No visitors? Someone obviously doesn't want her giving anything away. He is a guppy. Guppy.
Well, we're not going home empty-handed.
And I wouldn't dream of sending you packing with no Kimmer. Here, take a handcuff or two.
Oh, well, it would be rude to say no. Wouldn't want to become an anemic.
I suppose, if there's anybody who might still ken about what happened back then, it'd be that lass from the forensic division, Mariah Gorey.
Mariah Gorey? And I know you corrected me and said Maria, but I think Mariah Gorey is funny because it sounds like Mariah Carey, but...
Aye, Scythe's daughter. She didn't have no more, just the one. But the wee bairns followed in her mem's footsteps. It didn't ever see her without a scalpel in her hand.
Oh, so this is this is the one who was like, Mama, can I cut him up?
Ah,
Yes. You freak! You little freak of nature!
Mama, what is this?
where did she spring from?
And did she just call the doctor Mama?
Dr. Scythe's daughter, Maria Gorey.
We could do with talking to her. So why is her last name Gorey when Scythe's maiden name is not Scythe? Wouldn't it be Maria Scythe? So she's Dr. Scythe's daughter, but her surname is Gorey?
Aye, there's some family history, I'm sure, but I didn't ken the ins and outs of it. She grew up watching her mum with the bodies of folk who died in strange circumstances, and decided to do the same with her own life. I can't understand it myself.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to do it.
Perhaps she was driven by a deep respect for her mother.
Perhaps. Anywho, she was in charge of Gregson's autopsy, I believe.
No, probably not. No, her dad's name was probably Scythe, because Scythe is not Courtney Scythe's maiden name. Her maiden name is something else. So Stevens, yeah. So why would she go from Stevens to Scythe if her husband's name was not Scythe?
Game said, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Right. And the coroner responsible for this incomplete report. Right! Spider Friend followed. Thank you for following. Welcome. I hope you have a wondrous time here.
Someone told me once that the wee lassie always loved her mom's stories about cutting up bodies. There's even a rumor that she used to listen to the funeral march as a lullaby.
Kind of fucking based, if you ask me.
Well then, perhaps her mother might have told her about the autopsy from the case 10 years ago.
Aye, I'd say there's a fighting chance at least. After all, that was a life-changing case for all of us.
We really need to speak to Miss Gorey herself about this, I think. Well, thank you very much.
I'm not happy about any part of this. It took years for Londoners to finally forget the whole professor business. Can you not give up on this, laddie? Stop asking pointless questions.
I'm sorry. I don't like dredging up these painful memories for everyone.
Can you not just stay away, no? Leave me alone and dinna come back here, eh?
Okay, but first let me ask you about the Asogi papers.
How'd you come to ken about that, laddie? There's not many folk here in the prison who've heard of those papers.
Ah, well, I can't tell him Mr. Vigil told me.
I'm afraid our sources must remain confidential, sir. Great fucking going, Mr. Naruhodo.
We've been led to believe the papers are actually a last will and testament. Is that right? The professors, or rather, Genshin Asogi's.
Aye, that's right. You're well informed, Jimmy.
It's Ryunosuke. Oh, is that the end of the silent treatment? But then after the convict's execution, it mysteriously vanished from his cell, didn't it?
Havers, no. You're off at the half-cock there. I think you didn't quite get your facts straight. It was there in the cell, exactly where it should have been.
Oh, not what we'd heard elsewhere.
Let me just have a wee hulk around in here. I'm sure I can find it.
Interesting.
Aye, here you are. See?
The last will and testament of Genshin Asogi, written with a calligraphy brush.
Of course, I cannot read a word of those Japanese squiggles. But on mine it says he leaves all his worldly possessions to his son back in his homeland.
Yes, that's correct. That's the gist of it.
So these are the Asogi papers?
Aye, of course they are. Papers written by Asogi need... Asogi, no doubt about it. There's no mystery here, laddie. That's your lot. After all the straw mash of that slacer of an execution, we've sent the man's possessions back to his clan in Japan, and that was the end of it.
I think we ought to make a record of this, Mr. Naruhodo, just in case.
The Asogi papers have been entered into the court record. Okay.
One thing before you go on your way, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, yes?
Those papers are naught to do with Gregson's death.
So I think they are.
I'd prefer it if you didn't make no mention of them outside this office. Or rather... I wouldn't just prefer it. Consider it an order from the highest levels of our government.
I understand. Hey, Strongheart, have you seen these papers? Okay. I guess that's it, unless there's something to, examine in here, but...
You need to go back to the prosecutor's office.
Yeah. I was looking at that, cause, yeah. Are you sure we've asked everything we need to, Mr. Naruhodo? I, Genshin Asogi, hereby request that upon my death and any and all material possessions and wealth belonging to me in London be delivered to my son, Kazuma Asogi, in the Empire of Japan. Fuck my wife. It is with deep sadness that I accept my fate in this foreign land in the knowledge that I will never see my homeland or family again, but I regret nothing about my chosen path.
Wait, did you just say fuck my wife?
Yeah, well, cause he's like, I give everything to my son. Nothing for my wife, though.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like, fuck my wife, who cares? But I regret nothing about my chosen path. Yeah, hey, Asogi, would you like to look at your dad's will? Check it out. Cosma, what do you make of this? Oh, never mind. He doesn't want to see his dad's will. All right, do you have something else to say to me? No? What did we also... Oh, why is this an... okay. All right, guess that's gonna come up later. A photograph taken in the foyer. Okay, all right. Okay, maybe there's something to examine in here. Let's see if there's something to examine in here. Did you make update? Did you, I guess there's, no. Phoenix showing Edward the picture of his dead dad versus Ryunosuke pulling out Genshin's oil.
Wait, can you open up your evidence for me?
Okay.
And then kind of...
Yeah, okay.
Oh, well, one by one.
Oh, sorry. Oh, because you're trying to see what I have so far?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you press on them so I can see the names of them?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Is that good? Is that what you needed?
Yes, you have what you need.
All right, what do you need to look at then, Mr. Asogi? Take, that. No. Somebody set up her printer. What about... Actually, you know what? Why don't you look at this? Check this out. He's here. Nope. Fuck. Why don't you go talk with Eugen? He wants to talk to you. No? What do you make of this notice board? Let's talk about the notice board. Let's talk about the husband. Let's not talk about what you don't want out. Did you just say let's talk about the husband? Don't you dare ever go after my husband.
So when we talked to Caden...
Yeah. He said don't talk about the Asogi papers. Wait, what did he say? He said...
Okay, but beside that, what
Yeah.
else did we talk about?
We talked about... what did we talk about? We talked about this guy. We talked about this guy. We talked about him. We talked about, fuck me running.
Who else did we talk about?
We talked about Genshin. We talked about Gregson. We talked about Gregson.
Maybe talk about, I don't know, another important part of the case. This is a murder, right?
He said, he kept saying, this has nothing to do with Gregson. This doesn't have anything to do with Gregson, so you better not talk about Gregson.
Okay, but what's the one thing we don't know in this case? What is like this glaring...
killed him?
No, the glaring omission here. Of course we don't know who fucking killed him.
Okay, so I don't know what you're trying to tell me right now. There's so many things
Okay,
I'm
we
trying
talked
to focus
to
on.
Maria Gori, right?
Yes. No, we didn't.
Okay,
We didn't.
what piece of evidence is relevant to her?
We didn't talk to her. Did you say let's talk? We talked to Maria.
No, I'm saying
it's relevant to her. Okay, Scythe. Yeah, we talked about Scythe. We don't have anything about Scythe. Oh, check out the autopsy report. My God. Okay, fuck.
I wasn't trying to be too obvious,
No,
but
I know. There's so many things I'm ping-ponging around in my head. Thank you. This came up in the trial, didn't it? Something a little dubious, I mean. The fact that no time of death was recorded on Inspector Gregson's autopsy report. We always have a fist fight live on stream.
You sure took a long time taking that out.
Okay, you know what? Fuck you. What do you think about it?
Yes, there were some unexpected turns in the courtroom earlier. The suggestion you came up with certainly took everyone by surprise. The idea that the victim died the previous day at some other location is quite something.
Spider Friend, now that I'm allowed to actually chat. Hi, I love your layout. Thank you. It's changed a lot in the course of our adventures here. But it's basically just, we call it the fridge, because that's where I put all the relevant photos to how we're feeling. Well, considering when the pocket watch had stopped and the scorch marks on the candle, it's certainly a distinct possibility. The evidence and the scene both point to it. Sorry, 1 second.
To be honest, it bothered me too.
Okay.
So I paid a visit to the autopsy room earlier. The coroner responsible wasn't there, but I got a name. It's Dr. Gory.
If it wouldn't trouble you, Kazuma-sama, we'd very much like to speak with the coroner too.
Of course. The last thing I want is for anything to be brushed under the carpet. Scotland Yard's autopsy laboratory is behind Lowgate Cemetery.
Lowgate's by Barclay Prison, you mean? We were just there. You're gonna make us walk all the way back?
Ah, you know you have to walk back, don't you?
I do.
The prison where my father was incarcerated and robbed of his life.
Kazuma-sama,
Well, thank you. We'll pay a visit to the laboratory later today. Oh, more dialogue?
Naruto. I want to thank you.
What for?
For this. You safeguarded the soul of the Asogi clan.
Well, it is a famous sword that's been in your family for generations. My only slight regret is that I never got the chance to draw it before it returned to you.
Karuma is said to have been forged by a master swordsmith during the Sengoku Warring States period. I come from a long lineage of warriors, many of whom were expert swordsmen.
Well then, you're a chip off the old block, I'd say.
This blade, Karuma, is the symbol of the Asogi clan's honor and might. Apparently, one of my father's apprentices even took the blade's name for a surname. Karuma?
Karma? Like Von Karma?
Yes.
Really? Karuma. It does sound formidable, that's for sure.
16 years ago, when my father was a visiting student here in London, he had the sword forever at his side. Which is why it means so much to me that I have it by my side again now, too.
Oh, you're smiling! Wait. Sorry.
And that is all thanks to you.
He looks beautiful right now. Sorry, he does. It was an honor. Grace, shut up! One Karma is actually reproduced by butting off the sword asexually. They're really ace attorneys then, huh?
Now, I have preparations to make for tomorrow. Perhaps I said a little too much.
Well, you said just enough. Kazuma, you've changed.
Yeah, I'm wearing white now.
Yeah.
No, Naruhodo. I haven't changed at all. It's you who's changed.
I didn't say I didn't like it. It's good change. Good change looks good on you. Really accentuates your boobs. I mean your boobs. I can completely understand your resentment of Lord Van Zeek's given what happened. But the fact is, those events and this case are, well...
Unrelated? Is that what you want to say? How can you be so sure?
What do you mean?
Never mind. The man is the Reaper, and it's for that reason that the inspector was killed.
This is what drove me crazy last night because I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Because why would, because Van Zeeks is like, why would I say anything? Why would I want the Reaper? Like, I was going to expose the Reaper. I wasn't going to kill him. And so then I'm thinking, okay, so who has motivation to kill Gregson? It's not, I always suspect Strongheart, but why would Strongheart want Gregson dead if Strongheart is the one who's like the big bad and he's the one giving all the orders? He's the big rat who makes all of the rules. So I don't understand like what the motivation for killing Gregson here is. Sorry.
I'm going to prove as much in court tomorrow. By whatever means necessary.
I can't let you do that, Kazuma.
I know you'll do what you have to as a lawyer. But I'm sure I don't need to tell you that I won't be taking any prisoners in the courtroom.
Now this is the we're both gonna fight for the. Okay, I would expect nothing less.
Until tomorrow then, in the Old Bailey.
Okay, bye. No, okay. Okay, bye. See you later. Bye. Oh hi. Under hi. Oh, this is fun. 2nd November Forensics Laboratory. She kind of popped off. This place really is creepy, isn't it? Love the raven crow thing up there in the top right corner with the owl. Love that. That fucks.
Well, being a dead room, it's probably full of spirits of the dissected. But actually, there's a rather pleasing scent of roses in the air. Well, being a dead room, the coroner probably needs a bold scent like that to mask the odor of death.
She's fucking with them. She's fucking with them so hard. Iris, do you think we could change the subject? Hello? Weird Girl Wednesday? What was that? Hi. Dr. Gory?
What?
That noise before.
I was sharpening my tools. I'd be dead meat if I didn't keep a perfectly keen edge on them.
Right.
When following the collagen fibers in the dermis, an expertly sharpened scalpel cuts like cheese. Would you like a demonstration?
Yes.
Oh, yes, please. I'd love to see.
Then, I think you'll do nicely.
Huh? No, I wouldn't do nicely at all. I mean, maybe some other time. Obsessed with her. Was that a tut? Well, we came here to ask questions, so... Converse with the girl with 2 knives that she's gleefully swinging around. We have actually met before. I'm a lawyer, if you remember.
You're not dead yet.
What?
So Mama said I wasn't to cut you open. She's so strict about things like that.
Well, good. Dr. Scythe has some scruples, at least.
Oh dear. looks like she's not interested in talking to us. For the time being, anyway.
For the time being? You mean until we die? I hope that's a way off. Okay, bye, Bana. See you later. Sorry, but I wasn't planning on dying anytime soon. Surely there's some less drastic way of making her listen. Okay, so we've got to give her something. Look at the autopsy report, which you omitted the time of death on. Dr. Gory, we actually came here to ask you about this.
He was very good.
Good? Sorry?
His skin didn't snag my blade once, and very little mess. His joints dislocated easily, and his muscle tissue was a pleasure to work with.
We can skip those details. But there is one thing about the report that's caught my attention. You don't seem to have recorded a time of death. Oh! Oh!
That's not my fault.
Oh! That made me jump.
Then please, tell us what happened.
Obsessed with her. Obsessed. So, why doesn't this autopsy report include the victim's time of death then? It's really the most crucial detail.
I was told not to write it.
What? By whom?
Male Strongheart, the Lord Chief Justice. He came here.
Lord Strongheart came...
He said that from the witness statements about the gunshot and the other evidence, it was obvious. The man clearly died at 5 p.m. on 1st November, when the gunshot was heard.
Yeah, but you know that's not true, don't you, Maria?
But that's not the time of death you wrote on the report. You didn't write anything. Was there some reason you didn't include it?
Dr. Gory, if you're hiding something under Lord Strongheart's instructions, then sooner or later you're going to go the same way as your mother.
Give it here, then.
What's she scribbling so furiously?
There.
You've written...
What? What's she written? Tell us!
Indeterminate.
But...
What do you mean by that? Why was the time of death indeterminate?
When the specimen was brought in, it was still fresh. So the time of death could easily have coincided with when the gunshot was heard. But there was one small discrepancy.
What discrepancy?
There was some fried fish in the pocket of the specimen's overcoat. And that fish had started to rot.
What?
If the victim liked fresh fried fish, he presumably liked to eat it before it went off.
Well, yes. What are you really trying to say? It's more than a day.
It's possible that someone tried to manipulate the apparent time of death.
Manipulate the... Is that even possible to do?
Theoretically, if you were to chill the body in ice, you could delay the onset of putrefaction.
Okay, so is this gonna be like an TGAA2 thing where we have to find the storehouse with the ice? Or sorry, not TGAA2. What am I thinking? The one where they kept the
Yes, TGAA2.
where they kept the body in the chilled storehouse to throw off the time of death?
Yes, TGAA2.
But I'm not thinking about
Isaac Dover.
No, I'm not thinking about Isaac Dover. I'm thinking about No, I'm not a fake TGAA2 fan. Oh, sorry, Ramen. Sorry. No, no, I'm not thinking about Isaac Dover. I'm thinking about there was some thing where we had to go, like, it was the oh, motherfucker. Oh, what am I thinking of? There was like we had to go find final case victim. Did they put him in he was also, yes, okay, fake president was also frozen. That's what I'm thinking of, yes.
You guys are right. Okay, Ramen muted so we couldn't hear, and then you're still also writing it in the chat for Ramen to see? Come on!
Oh my god.
It's too late for me to delete it.
Oh dear.
Oh, okay. I mean.
Okay. Okay. Anyways.
And if the overcoat wasn't on the body at the time.
Then only the fish would have started to rot.
With today's science, it's not yet possible to determine if the body was chilled or not.
But today's science is advanced enough to let you freeze a corpse, it seems.
Yes, that's not really advanced. Yeah. Because if it froze then it's thawed, it's really hard to tell, but you can freeze anything.
What the hell? You guys should go play AI2.
Yeah. Go play
Should have done
AI2.
this before playing DGS.
Yeah. If you're playing DGS before AI2, I don't even know what to tell you.
But surely, to chill a corpse like that would require an enormous electrical refrigerator. And I don't imagine many households in London are equipped with such a device.
Strongheart's got a fucking fridge. Strongheart's got a fridge. Strongheart has a fridge. Strongheart lives on the Baskerville estate, and he has a fridge, and he has a dog, a dead dog, and he has a collar, dead dog in the water, wet with meat, and he's been looking for that collar, and he has a fridge. Strongheart, Lord Strongheart has a fridge where he kept it. Why would he kill the Reaper? Strongheart didn't do it. No, he had to have. He has to be the big bad. My god. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. See, this is what...
You drinking Monster right now?
Maybe.
Or what were you drinking?
Yeah, Monster.
Okay. Calm down.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. See, this is what was happening to me last night. All my strings are getting crossed, and I'm like, oh, it makes sense with this, but then it doesn't make sense with this, and whatever.
No, definitely not. But maybe in a factory? Or some other special places? I don't recall seeing any factories or such like on Fresno Street, though.
So okay. See, that's the other thing I was thinking about. Okay, sorry.
I wonder if the inspector's body had been chilled somehow. What might the actual time of death have been?
I couldn't say for sure. But at the most, it might have been a day earlier.
Okay, day earlier. And so... No! Okay, so that's the other thing. Whoever... Because you would need to transport it, right? So you would need to, like, have some kind of transportation, so some kind of, like, private omnibus or something? Or not private omnibus, like a private carriage. Somewhere, like, that the body could be transported, you know, without people being like, oh, that's a body, huh? You're carrying a body through the street? Yes, Desmume is really easy to download, and that's how you play it too.
In other words, it would corroborate your previous deduction, Mr. Naruhodo. That Inspector Gregson was killed a day before his body was discovered, at a different location.
Did you inform Lord Strongheart of this possibility? You shouldn't.
He simply said that there were no electrical refrigerators of that size in the vicinity.
Yeah, maybe you shoved him into your private carriage and let loose with your porcelain digits. Oh, yes. One other thing. It's something the governor of Barclay Prison told us. He said that your mother, Dr. Scythe, was responsible for confirming the death of the professor after his execution.
The professor.
I love her face here. She's so... Apparently, you always enjoyed listening to your mother's stories about her work, so... We were wondering if you might know something about what happened 10 years ago.
That's not all Mama did.
She had me in a baby Bjorn while she was cutting open his body. Sorry?
My mama carried out the autopsy of Clint Van Zeeks as well.
What? Really? The brother of Lord Van Zeeks, the professor's final victim.
The idea of carrying out an autopsy on a member of the aristocracy was completely unthinkable back then. But the detective in charge of the investigation insisted, and it was miraculously authorized.
Right, okay, because that, okay. Yeah, so Inspector Gregson, Van Zeek said that there was something that Gregson found in his investigation that made an autopsy pretty much like the only, like, it made it necessary. And then they found something in the autopsy that led to Genshin. So I'm thinking that, like, Gregson somehow planted planted something, some evidence, something. Gregson did something. Gregson kind of, I feel like Gregson had more agency in this than I've previously given him credit for.
That detective being Inspector Gregson, of course.
Quite an accomplishment for one man.
That autopsy provided the vital clue needed to arrest the killer. And Mama was there for that historic event.
What does all this mean?
You know, that amazing autopsy happened right here in this very room. The Professor and Clint Van Zeeks. They both spent their final moments before their burial on that dissection table there. So this lab, Mama's lab, was instrumental in some of the country's most important events.
She really is proud of her mother. I wonder if you'd tell us more about exactly what happened back then, Dr. Gory.
Hee. The Professor's execution was Mama's first big case. She had to be in attendance at Barclay Prison's execution chamber. And sign the certificate to confirm the convict's death.
Oh, her eyes do sparkle. I love that.
Mama is the best coroner in the world, you know. I was so proud of her.
But the execution didn't actually take place.
No. And worse still, Mama actually helped with the jailbreak. I didn't want to know.
Oh dear. You found out recently, you mean?
I believed in her, in Mama. But no, now I wonder if I'm starting down the same path as her.
You mean because you omitted the time of death on this autopsy report? But that's because Lord Strongheart forbade you from including it.
Just like Mama. I'm sure she was coerced by somebody too.
Everything, she deserves everything. We're gonna give it to her. We're gonna figure this out for her.
Yes, that's my feeling as well.
There's no doubt that there were powerful forces at play 10 years ago. The execution couldn't have been staged without a lot of people at the prison knowing about it. Obviously, the prison governor must have been in on it as well.
The big man with the little handcuffs, according to what he told us, he was tricked by the chief order. He says he knew nothing about it.
Of course he said that. I'd say the same thing.
Just who was behind that jailbreak all those years ago?
Eugen! Klimt! Tell me about Klimt the bimbo.
You mentioned the autopsy of Clint Van Zeeks.
It was at a time when carrying out autopsies of murder victims was very unusual.
It's still not a practice that's observed in our country even now.
It turned out that he was the professor's final victim, and when the autopsy was performed, Mama was present, although only as the secondary assistant. The person leading the procedure was called Dr. John H. Wilson.
I was fucking hoping to figure out where John fit into all this.
That's right, my daddy.
And there was one other person present, the primary assistant.
Eugen.
He was a visiting student from the Far East.
Wait, a visiting student?
It must have been my father, Eugen Mikotoba.
I had no idea Professor Mikotoba had been involved in something so important.
But the outcome of that historic autopsy was the discovery of a vital piece of evidence that led to the capture of the professor.
Now hold on.
But I want to know how they came to identify Genshin, because how do you get that from an autopsy?
So the
Hydrate.
people who are doing the autopsy. Wait, what do you mean?
I'm just wondering, like, because how you. Okay, hold on.
So okay, so with regarding Genshin's identity, all these people, like, they all knew. It was the public who don't know the identity of the
Oh yeah,
professor.
no, I know, but I'm saying how did an because I'm assuming that previous to this autopsy, they did not have someone to pin down for being the professor, right?
No, they didn't.
So I'm just wondering what vital piece of evidence came from the autopsy that would have pointed to, like, was there, like...
It's almost like you have to play the game and they'll tell you.
I'm sorry. I was
Oh my! I thought you were asking a legitimate question, Tony.
I was, but then I'm trying to figure out how they get that from an autopsy, but they're about to tell me, so it doesn't matter. Fuck. Sorry. Sorry I said anything.
Shaking, crying. Tony, I swear to fucking God, we have 1 hour left. If we don't get to the end of this, I'm going to scream.
Okay, I'm sorry. Shut up. Okay.
So that's how they came to identify Genshin Asogi as the infamous mass murderer.
It's just I was going crazy about things last night, and I was okay, whatever.
Do you happen to know anything about that piece of evidence? Can you tell us any more?
Would you like to see the records for yourself?
Absolutely.
Would that be all right?
What's the point of keeping records if people can't look at them? They're filed in the V at the back of those cupboards, with the other records from the last decade.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Let's see. Fanziques. That's strange.
What, Mr. Naruhodo?
They aren't here. There's nothing under Vanziques. Strongheart?
There must be.
Perhaps somebody took them away? Strongheart.
No. No one's allowed to take documents related to the Professor case out of this room. But you're right. They're gone.
Well, when was the last time somebody looked at them? Do you remember?
It was... Oh yes, I remember now. It was 2 years ago.
Strongheart.
A consulting detective came one day saying that he'd like to see the records.
Fucking hate that guy! No. You don't mean... Great detectives are wont to be killed by me.
Herlock Sholmes was his name.
Deep down, I knew that was coming.
Do you think he stole the records?
Oh no, surely not. Iris, that can't be right. Can it?
Bad gloop! I'm having a bad gloop! Iris? Oh, Iris.
Bruno? I hope you don't mind, but
What is it, Iris?
I've just remembered something very important I have to do. I'm going to have to leave you now.
Oh, she's not smiling.
Oh, this is very sudden, Iris. Well, we'll come with you then. Oh, no! No, there's no need. You and Bruno can take your time here. Bye for now then. Good luck. Iris?
Wait a minute, little girl.
Me?
The music fades back in.
I remember now. You've been here before, haven't you?
Have you, Iris?
Yes. 2 years ago, when that detective came.
She was in a baby Bjorn.
You were with him, weren't you? You were a living specimen then too.
Oh, she took them! That's the way it usually works, yes.
Was I? I really don't remember.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, sorry, but I must dash.
Wait, Iris.
I'll brew up a pot of tea for you when you get home.
Iris? What's the matter with her? She's behaving really strangely all of a sudden. Oh my gosh, wait. So it's not great detectives are wont to lie, it's babies are wont to lie. Well, in that case, we won't keep you any longer either.
It's been quite a while since I had any visitors. This was really fun.
Oh, I like her.
But next time you come, I'd prefer it if you were ready for dissection.
I can't make any promises, sorry. It's a bit strange that the records of Clint Van Zieks' autopsy have disappeared. But I think we've asked all we came to ask now. Okay.
So please go to the Fresno Street room.
Okay. Sorry. I know you're just trying to streamline me. Oh, box.
2nd November, room on Fresno Street.
The police are still busily investigating in here then.
But Gina's nowhere to be seen. Where is she?
Yes. It has been blissfully quiet, hasn't it? Perhaps she's out investigating on her own. Practicing what her boss taught her. That's the thing, like, does she know that Gregson's the Reaper? Oh, I don't think she does, Gina.
Well, I expect she'll be back before too long. Shall we wait?
Okay. Actually, there's something different about this room since the last time we were here, isn't there?
We could always use the time to investigate more thoroughly.
Examine. This little trunk wasn't here before, was it?
Oh! It appears to be made of metal. It must be very heavy. I wonder to whom it belongs. There are some initials on the outside, look. TG.
Let's ask one of the policemen if they know how it came to be here. I mean, it was probably already here. Oi! What do you think you're doing?
Hello?
That's my trunk, that is. Hands off!
Gina!
Where were you hiding? I don't know. You leave something unattended for a few seconds and every Tom, Dick and Harry's got his greedy eyes on it. Just a wild guess, Gina, but... What? Spit it out, Odo. Is it fair to say that you've only owned that trunk since this morning's trial? What? What are you trying to say? Come on, this trunk goes with me everywhere. Always has. Have you been the last year? Trying not to incur your wrath, mainly. Alright. Your boss. You should hear them talking at the yard now. They should be ashamed of themselves. They're saying it was the boss who killed all them bludgers. So she's in denial. Oh, you mean the whole Reaper thing? Yeah. Apparently, the boss was investigating stuff that no one else at the yard knew nothing about. Stuff to do with all them criminals what got off scot-free. Yes, the ones prosecuted by Lord Van Zeeks, who used bribery and corruption to evade conviction. Well then, obviously, it was that bloomin' Reaper giving the orders, weren't it? But why would people be suspecting Inspector Gregson of being involved in the killings? There was a notebook hidden in his office. Oh no, this doesn't sound good. It had details about all the crimes that have been pegged as the Reaper's work. What?
Oh! Did you see it, Gina? Did you see that notebook?
They wouldn't flaming let me, because I'm just an apprentice, apparently. But it was me who found it, and he was my boss.
That's right.
Okay, so we're saying it's possible that Gregson wasn't the Reaper. I was pretty miffed about it, so... I snaked a peek at what he said anyway. Oh, that's our Gina. So, you managed to see what was written in Gregson's secret notebook anyway, did you? Right, I see it. It's my right to read what he wrote.
And what had he written, Gina?
Dates, times, places, names,
An whole long list of them. All details about the bludger supposed to have been done in by the Reaper.
So if he's not actually the Reaper, that does mean that Strongheart could have motivation to kill him.
But there could be an explanation for that. Perhaps it was a record of the inspector's investigations and into the Reaper's activities. Exactly. That's what I said. That's the first thing you'd think, right? As it happens, it was full of names I recognized anyway.
Well, the Reaper's targets were almost exclusively known leaders of London's criminal underworld.
Well, yeah, but there was one name right at the end that was a bit odd.
At the end of the list, you mean?
I'm pretty sure the date against it was the 31st October. Oh, the day before the inspector was found dead.
So, what was the odd name?
It wasn't like a name I've ever seen before. It was something like, Nah, it's no good. Can't remember it. I don't think it was an English name, put it that way.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it was Kazuma, it was Kazuma, it was Kazuma. I mean, because I'm thinking that they want to kill Kazuma still, but he's never escaped Venzi's conviction. However, but his name's on the music box disc and everyone on the music box disc dies!
Oh dear, what a pity. There was something else too. I don't know if it matters, but the same name kept coming up over and over. Shin, it was. Don't suppose it means anything, but...
Did you say Shin? Huh? What? It does mean something? Lord Van Zeeks knew the name too. He mentioned her as well. The woman who actually did the deeds. And now, we find out her name appeared in Gregson's secret notebook. We haven't seen you for a little while, have we, Gina?
Well, of course not. I've been busy, ain't I? Investigating and that. The lads at the yard are trying to trace the boss's movements the day before it happened.
The day before? That would be the undercover investigation into the Red-Headed League, then.
Only the boss didn't go, did he? You found some cove that was pretending to be him, didn't you, Odo?
Yes, it was Mr. Vigil who actually went to the park on Lime Street that day, posing as Gregson.
Well, anyway, you ain't the only one turning stuff up. I've got my own ways of getting results. Yee. When me and me partner here get together, there's nothing we can't track down. Oh, little Toby! He's such a faithful friend.
So have you tracked anything down, then?
What'd you think, eh? Of course we have. Can't tell you, though. Police business, isn't it? Ugh. Anyway, the point is, if you lot ever need any help, you know just who to turn to, right? Me and the Hellhound here.
Right. Because he looks oh so hellish, honest.
The Hellhound.
Gina, about your Hellhound there. Pick him right back up.
Chief Inspector Toby, you mean? He's a pride of the force, he is. In Japanese, police dog means something quite different and not altogether nice to those involved in crime. But here in Britain, it's a wonderful compliment, it seems. For a canine, at least.
It should be. After all, in the Great Exhibition case the other day, it was Toby here who managed to locate Drebber's workshop.
Maybe it's time for another demonstration of what this super dog can do, eh?
Do we have something the chief inspector could catch the scent of, I wonder? And then we find the place of his death. Okay, if we, okay. If he was wearing this, then. Well, Chief Inspector Toby, if you wouldn't mind having a sniff of this. He might be a little too keen, don't you think? Ah! The chief inspector made short work of Gina there. Look what he's gone to. Okay.
Oh my! That trunk clearly still has a very strong scent. Of Inspector Crixon.
Okay, I thought Toby was gonna take us to the scene of his original death, but suppose not. In other words, it must have belonged to him. Oh, all right. It's a fat cop, I suppose. And you nearly got away with it, too.
You always talk so proudly of Chief Inspector Toby's nose and what it can achieve. Did it not cross your mind that he might identify something that was right next to us?
Yeah, that was a bit of a bloomer, weren't it? That's enough now then, Gina. Huh? I think it's time you told us the truth about that trunk. The metal trunk. It went like that. It just went. What are you talking about?
I know what's going through that head of yours, but that ain't what happened.
All right then. What did happen?
Well, like I said before, we were trying to trace the boss's movements. So I let Toby here have a whiff of the boss's overcoat. As soon as I done that, I went off like a shot. Straight to that sandwich.
To a sandwich? Not to a bag of chips?
Mr. Naruhodo, I believe Gina means the witness.
Oh, he had it. Oh, I forgot about that sandwich.
Yeah, he had it hidden between between them wooden boards of his. A boss's trunk.
Huh. Why? You mean when they heard the sound like a gunshot and all piled in here?
Exactly. I nabbed it from the scene. Goodness. Me and the chief inspector gave that sandwich a good grilling, and you know what he said?
I thought it might fetch a good price. The chap wouldn't be needed anymore, so... But that's all I did. Nothing more, nothing less.
Would you add enough? Would you add him another cheek of it, eh? Stealing the dead boss's stuff to flog.
So Miss Venus wasn't the only one to meddle with the scene of the crime then.
How could they? So anyway, that's how it happened. And it's a pretty decent trunk, so I figured I might as well make use of it. Is there something wrong with that, eh? Well,
maybe you and Mr. Sandwich should try to find the answer to that question together.
I think perhaps that trunk should be turned over to the police, don't you? What are you on about? I am the police!
Gina, if you wouldn't mind, could we maybe examine it?
Yeah, alright then. What do you want? Do what you want with it. Thank you. We shall make a detailed record of our examination of the evidence.
Okay, let's check it out.
What's the matter with Toby? Why is he acting so aggressively toward me all of a sudden?
Mr. Naruhodo, be careful. It must be the trunk.
Ah, God. Jump scared by Toby. Ah!
Toby, what are you doing? You're gonna lick his face off. Mr. Naruhodo! Mr. Naruhodo! Gina, quickly, hail a carriage!
Really, Ryu? Really? A puppy got you? 2nd November, 4:57 p.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. He got killed by a puppy and had to be taken home by ambulance. Ryu getting mauled by a dog, Asogi tripping over a cat. No.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, are you alright?
Miss Susato?
Hey.
Conscious again at last. A blessed relief, my dear fellow.
Another quick time event failed.
After all, to drop dead after a moderate licking by a small terrier. Most unseemly.
Right?
What is or isn't seemingly is...
Oh, sorry.
What is or isn't seemly is irrelevant here, Mr. Sholmes. I'm so glad there's no lasting damage. How are you feeling?
He almost went the way of Klimt.
I'm fine, thank you. Did you bring me back here? What's this on my head? A bandage?
Sadly, we had no eyes. So that's a compress of sugar water.
Interesting.
Sugar water?
Don't worry, Mr. Naruhodo. It's a first aid treatment that my father taught me.
Oh, thank you.
So, let us take tea when you're feeling up to it. But of course, no sugar in the patient's cup.
Ugh, the bump on my head is throbbing sweetly enough, don't worry.
Whenever you feel ready, then. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? It's rather unusual to find ourselves here in the middle of our investigations.
It's just occurred to me that I thought... It's just occurred to me that I might have forgotten something when we left this morning.
Please don't worry. As long as you continue to investigate thoroughly, you won't go far wrong.
You won't? Okay. Oh, yes, of course! I must get back to work as soon as possible.
Oh, okay. Alright, I guess that was just nothing. Alright. I guess we'll examine Mr. Shoreem's back here. Nothing over here? Okay. What are we writing over here? Oh, that's Susato's desk. Oh, wonderful.
Thank you for your concern, Mr. Sholmes.
My dear fellow, think nothing of it. I must say I was quite startled. When I heard that you'd been attacked by a dog. For a moment I feared that infamous murderer of so many had come back from the dead.
Yeah, he almost went the way of Klimt. You mean the professor?
Fortunately, I see your prize throat is unscathed. That stiff, turned-up collar of yours obviously afforded some welcome protection. I'm reaching out my hands.
Oh.
You know how Sherlock Holmes puts his hands around Ryu's neck?
Yeah. And when he was like, feel my hands. Feel how cold they are.
Was I that close to death? All I really remember is the dog licking my face over and over and over again.
Well, if you wish to avoid such troubles in the future, a little mustard spread on the cheek should do the trick. I should think that would balance the sweetness of your bandage rather splendidly.
Alright.
My desk is just as it was before I left.
Sumi ink and a calligraphy brush, even though we're in England now. That strikes me as typically you, Mr. Sato, and typically not you at the same time.
Well, I do enjoy all the wonderful new things to come out of the West in the Cultural Revolution, of course. But I'm not ready to give up my brush just yet.
And anyway, Susato-san can write more neatly with a brush than most people can with a pen.
Practice makes perfect, as they say.
Okay. Well, are we supposed to... Oh, maybe we move downstairs to take tea? Okay. 2nd November, Shamesy Sweet. God, that scared me. German. Why is he wearing... Okay. What on earth is going on here? Am I having a bad dream? What are you typing? Stop! You're making me listen to German! What are you typing? oh, okay. I see.
No, it's an old German folk song, rather a fine rendition, I think.
That's the least of my concerns.
Iris? What's my father doing passed out on the couch? Why is that shit broken on the floor?
Iris? What's the matter? What did you do? Iris, what did you do? Iris, did you kill Eugen?
Who's that sprawling, that relaxed gentleman over there?
This is extremely fucking haunting with the German. Iris, is she even listening?
Excuse me, sir. I do apologize for troubling you whilst you're singing so merrily, but... would you be kind enough to explain the situation?
What? Wait. He's sorry, I was gonna say, is he the speaker? But there's one behind him. Okay, great. Well, that worked.
A crooning gentleman and a mute young girl. A rather tantalizing juxtaposition. Juxtaposition. And one that appears to have incited the gods of deduction within me to find their voices too.
Mr. Sholmes, do you mean...
He got white girl wasted. Iris, what are you hiding?
The strains of reasoning within me are playing now as a delightful duet. One melody sings of a reunion full of nostalgia. Whilst the other is a morose theme about the great secret you're trying to desperately conceal, Iris.
She's turned as white as a sheet. She killed Eugen.
So, as usual, you've instantly seen to the very heart of the matter.
Oh my god, heart of the matter. That was on the daily, the Ace Attorney hurdle a couple days ago, but it was not under heart of the matter, and it pissed me off. I couldn't get it. Anyways.
And by the time my own brief performance is over, I feel this gentleman's song will reach its finale. So then, to Music Land, where all is sweetness and delicacy and harmony.
To Music Land.
Pray do enjoy Herlock Sholmes' latest logic and reasoning spectacular.
Wish I had opera glasses so I could like do this whenever he says that.
Like, this is gonna suck because like your internet is shit and the text goes too slow for me to say it fast.
Yeah.
Firstly, we consider the gentleman's nationality. Clearly, he's a German with no grasp of the English language.
Okay.
As evidenced by the dramatic song he sings and his apparent inability to understand when asked to desist. So, why is the man here at all, and in such apparently high spirits? The answer, of course, Iris, is clearly known to you. Indeed, we need only follow the gaze of those bright young eyes to unravel that particular part of this mystery. The reason for the man's mildly irritating warbling is revealed by the herbal tea. You obviously offered our German guest a cup of your latest herbal blend.
She's so cute here.
The tea's delectable flavors make the man's spirits soar, and resulted in this joyful ditty tumbling incessantly from his lips. I eagerly await sampling the flavor myself, that I may join the fellow in this state of elation. Now to the next question. Who exactly is this gentleman availing himself so thoroughly of the settee? As it happens, a number of years ago now, a certain gentleman of German origin engaged my services in solving a particularly delicate case. He required the retrieval of letters once sent to an acquaintance that might have proved problematic.
So is this the? Sorry, I'll let you continue. But there was the letter sent to that Cosmo received.
In order to conceal his noble identity, he also arrived In order to conceal his noble identity, he also arrived at my office in a mask.
Okay.
The gentleman's name was Wilhelm Goldstreet Sigismund von Ornstein.
Well, that's a 10-year-old.
The King of Germany.
You're a lying liar who lies. It was Eugen all those years ago.
If my memory serves, the mask worn by this gentleman is identical. Yes, there can be no question. That mask belongs to the King of Germany. It would appear that His Majesty remembers the fine service I afforded him, and has decided to show his face again, mask and all, in order to express his gratitude. A well-mannered monarch indeed, wouldn't you agree, my dear fellow? So, the identity of this masked visitor is in fact my former client, the King of Germany.
I was not taking this all at face value. I was well aware it was Eugen from the very beginning.
Indeed, his son is currently in London as well, enjoying the wonders of the Great Exhibition. Which leaves us with one remaining imponderable... Yes, you, young Iris. But your apparently inexplicable silence is unable to hide the truth. Yes, the reason for your muteness is concealed inside that knapsack. £5 note, I believe. I must say, as your compatriot, I'm deeply saddened. It would appear that you've allowed yourself to be bribed into silence by His Royal Highness, earning yourself some spending money in exchange for keeping quiet about the King's secret. And now the final piece of the puzzle. What is this secret you strive to hide with your silence, Iris? Ah, yes. We need only follow that brief involuntary twitch of your eyes to find the answer. You were attempting to abscond with that coffee cup. My favorite coffee cup, in fact. Or should I say, the handle of my favorite coffee cup. It appears that His High-Spirited Highness broke it in the midst of this hijinks. Which leads us to the sad truth. favorite coffee cup has been broken by the King of Germany, and Iris, you tried to conceal it from me! I shall have a bill sent via governmental channels to the German royal family for its replacement.
Shums, you drive me insane, but you do make me laugh all the time. You do make me laugh.
Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes's great deduction of this painful puzzle. With your silence as well, the fellow's jovial warbling rather rings in their ears, does it not?
Pour one out for Shums' favorite coffee cup. Wait, but it's broken. No. How can you pour one up if the vessel to which to hold the liquid is broken?
Mr. Shums, I must say something does rather trouble me.
Not the alphabet again. Not the alphabet. Not again.
Pray, Mr. Sutter, do tell.
His Royal Highness looks an awful lot like my dad. Doesn't appear to have moved a muscle since we arrived.
Ah.
And you haven't said a word either, Iris. If Mr. Shums has it all right, you might as well own up to it now. Obviously, he doesn't have. I can't believe you guys do not recognize that mustache.
Your reasoning isn't entirely without substance, I must admit.
And one other thing, Mr. Shums.
Yet another grievance, Mr. Naruhodo? Surely not.
Well, I actually read the story of that case recently, the one you were just describing. And according to that, at least, it wasn't the King of Germany, it was the King of Bohemia.
Goodness, was it?
Yes, that's quite true. Master Gotz, the prince, testified to that in court. In his words, I have come to see the great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia.
I would ask you to keep that minor error to yourselves. It could easily become quite a scandal.
I believe, Mr. Naruhodo, that it's our turn now to make some corrections to a number of minor errors that may have slipped in.
Yes, even Mr. Shums is willing to admit he might be slightly wide of the mark this time. Although, it's clear that Iris is definitely hiding something. We need to find out the truth behind this mysterious scene.
But one truth is incontrovertible. My favorite coffee cup is no more.
In the arms of the angel.
So, shall we embark again? On a joint presentation of Sherlock Holmes' logic and reasoning spectacular.
Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Shums. Okay, we're not gonna read all this again. We consider the gentleman's net. Oh. Yeah, okay, we said this. Witnessed by the dramatic song he sings. Okay. Indeed, we only need to follow the gaze of those bright young eyes to unravel that particular part of this mystery. It's revealed by the ship behind him. So, what? It's some mix of herbs that gives you the urge to sing?
Goodness, I should like to try some.
And I'd like to hear your singing, but this man... Just how long does he intend to keep up with that tune, do you suppose?
Guys, as I said, he's been stock still this entire time. And if you look closely, His lips aren't moving either. So I'm sure what's actually responsible for the spirit. So I'm not sure what's actually responsible for the spirited singing. But I suspect the answer lies at the end of Iris's gaze.
That's right, it's Clavier Gavin. He's singing!
Wait, this...
Is a gramophone, still rarely seen in our own country. Wow, the Gaviners sound great! The sound certainly appears to be coming from the horn.
But machines singing? That can't be right!
Science and technology are changing the world rapidly, Mr. Naruhodo. What's right is changing.
What's right is changing too.
What's right is changing too.
Ugh, it's too much for my brain. Phoenix's Nokia is genetic.
Well, at least we found our answer.
Take that!
The reason for the man's mildly irritating warbling is revealed by the gramophone.
Indeed, for no well-bred gentleman would break into an obscure folk song when making a social call.
It feels like he gets closer every dance of deduction. Like he gets closer to camera.
In other words, this gentleman isn't singing at all. In fact, it would appear that the fellow is unconscious.
Sure is. Serena SMG, thank you for following. Welcome. Hope you enjoy yourself.
Ah, the music seems to have stopped now.
I ask you, Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes?
why would I have purchased a recording of that gibberish?
How should I know?
Well, never mind. On with the deduction.
Oh, right. Okay. Who exactly is he? That does look like Eugen's silhouette. Okay, so Eugen knew that letters had been sent to, like letters like the one Kazuma received when he was baby were being sent, and so he wanted to figure out who was sending them. Okay. The mask belongs to the King of My Heart, actually.
Although we've already established that it was actually the King of Bohemia.
It seems Mr. Sholmes intends to persist with his Germany theory for some reason.
Come to think of it, the young prince was wearing a mask as well, wasn't he?
Oh, he was.
Master Gotts? The boy whom you had in tears?
Don't remind me. Or anyone else.
Do you suppose all members of the aristocracy of mainland of mainland Europe wear masks?
I'm sure they do. Well, probably, anyway. The point is, that mask doesn't belong to any king.
No, that's right. As we well know.
Actually, no, it does belong to a king. Watch your mouth.
Because we can identify the true owner of this mask.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Take that!
Yes, there can be no question. That mask belongs to Kazuma Asogi.
In other words, my memory is sublimely unreliable.
Aibo.
Only you could try to make that sound positive. Kazuma's mask has been languishing on this metal chest for several days. Though that doesn't explain why the gentleman is wearing it now.
But it is now a simple matter to determine our guess's true identity. After all, the gentleman is unconscious. We need only excuse ourselves in advance, gently lift the mask, and peer beneath it.
I don't believe it.
Father!
I'm afraid, Mrs. Sartor, you must be
No, I think not, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, now she has taken over the deduction. Now she has taken over. Oh, okay.
Then it would appear our logic and reasoning has once again revealed the truth. This mysterious visitor.
She has taken over. Is my unconscious father, Yujin Mikotoba.
Logic and reasoning? Or just looking and saying?
I mean, you're the one who went through the whole dance.
Right. You're just mad you didn't get to say it. Oh, right, sorry. Okay, so Iris must have placed that mask over him because she didn't want anyone to know it was Eugen? Okay. So that's a 5-pound note poking out of Iris's backpack, is it?
Oh dear, I can't be sure. Most money that we encounter is in coin form.
I know. I'm not even sure if we've seen any banknotes here in Britain at all, have we?
But anyway, Father would never have paid money for Iris's silence.
He certainly seems like the silent type himself, though, judging by his present state. There must be some other reason for Iris's silence, I suppose.
Perhaps what Iris is trying so hard not to give away with her eyes is something entirely different.
Is she holding something in her hands? What is she? Hold on. With probably the teacup, right? Or, oh, the metal chest? She's looking at the metal chest?
The metal chest? It contains important documents, doesn't it?
Yes, details of all the cases Mr. Sholmes has worked on over the years. Written up by Iris's father, if I'm remembering correctly. Iris insists that the chest is kept locked at all times. She's never once shown me inside.
Well, its contents are invaluable to her, I suppose, and entirely irreplaceable. But look at it now. The catch is unlocked for once.
So it is! That's hard to ignore.
Very. I've never seen that chest unlocked before, in all the time we've been staying here at Baker Street.
Well then.
Take that!
Yes, the reason for your muteness is concealed inside that metal chest.
An excellent observation, for upon closer inspection, there is something different about the chest's appearance. It's kept locked at all times, yet now the catch is open. Evidently, this has something to do with your refusal to speak, Iris. But it's a simple enough matter to incite you to speak, I'm sure. I merely need open this chest.
What's she hiding in there? Oh, animation.
Here we go. Oh my god, Tony! I've been holding my fucking breath this whole time and just grabbing you by the shoulders. I'm like, can you please get to here? Please! For the love of God, it's 9:44. Do you know how agonizing it was to think that we might have not got here?
I understand. Completely.
Literally, the whole time I'm typing to Abby, I'm just like, I swear to fucking God, if we don't get to this, and we don't get to the end of case 4, I am going to kill myself.
Well, Okay, no, I completely understand now that he's dead.
Literally my second favorite deduction in the entire like
wow.
duology.
What's your favorite? I guess
You'll see.
Oh, we'll see. All right.
If we can play the game.
Okay, all right, let's play the game. He's dead. He's dead.
Never!
I know, Avi. Thank you for listening to me in my time of need.
Chipmunk Frere, our time shall come.
Jesus Christ, I was just like I wanted to get to this on Monday, but we weren't. I was just like, oh my god, we're taking so long, like just going back and forth and just talking and examining fucking shit. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm sorry. Okay, thank you for streamlining me more this time.
Oh, Harley, I told you not to open it.
Look at them.
Oh my god,
they're dead.
The polycule, 2 parts of the polycule reunited.
Anyways.
I'm sorry, I know you hate the polycule. So you found your voice now, Iris. In other words, what just happened clearly reveals the truth here. Yes, the real reason for your silence until now is...
This is somewhat different than the usual dance of deduction you perform with Mr. Sholmes, isn't it?
Well, he's left me alone on the ballroom floor, so I'm going to have to dance this next part solo. And anyway, I need to get to the bottom of this, for my own peace of mind. Now then, Iris isn't usually the silent type, so...
You mean you don't actually know the answer yet? Despite that knowing point of the finger before.
Mrs. Sato, sometimes a man needs to point his finger first and think later. And say objection and then hope he thinks of something.
Oh, well, if you say so. I think we better examine Iris more closely and try to rescue the situation then.
Okay, the reason for your silence until now is... Oh, what are you holding, Iris? Can I please... The fact that it's... There we go, okay. Can I... That's one thing I don't like about these dances. They're the examination's a little clunky. Oh,
I don't know. I never had that issue when I play it.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Her keychains are so cute. They're so
yeah, that's yeah. She made those.
Aww, adorable. That's a key she's holding. Look. I'm sure that wasn't in her hands before, was it? It wasn't, because I was like, oh, maybe she's holding something.
No, you're quite right. It's appeared as if by magic.
That's strange. A big old iron key. Where did it materialize from? How interesting. Oh, then maybe she reached inside the net.
Take that!
Yes, the real reason for your silence until now is that key behind your back. When Mr. Sholmes was thrown into the air before. Oh, I see. Just before you called out to try to stop him, you slipped something out of your mouth. Oh, I did not catch that. That something is the key now in your hands. No doubt the key to the chest.
You're so clever, Bruno.
So now it becomes clear. Thanks to Mr. Sholmes' graphic demonstration, we can well imagine what happened here.
But...
Professor Mikotoba also opened that metal chest, only to be punched into the air. And land sprawled onto the settee.
But wait, that doesn't explain all the facts.
Yeah, why is he holding a teacup?
What about the stylish scarf and the cup of tea? And above all, why would he be wearing Kazuma-sama's mask?
That mask does fuck. Like, legitimately. It was a look. He fucked it up. Well, for those curious details, I can think of only one explanation. Clearly, an unbelievable miracle took place in this room. Isn't that right, Iris? Consider how the room was arranged before this whole painful experience took place. When Professor Mikotoba opened the chest, completely unaware of what awaited him inside, the mask was flung into the air just as he was, only to land neatly on his face when it fell back down. Oh, I thought she was trying to hide who he was. And the teacup's journey through the air ended when it caught on the unconscious professor's finger.
You mean to say that the stylish scarf
Is actually just a tablecloth. This is the Great Detective's office, after all, a place of miraculous deductions. I don't know if I believe this one, Ryu. He's so sure. Ah! Would you expect anything less?
Yes, you're right. It happened exactly as you said. Brilliant, Runo.
Just like it didn't, but I'll just play along.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
Thus concludes Ryunosuke Naruhodo's great deduction of this punchy puzzle.
So then, why don't I make a fresh pot of tea for us all?
Objection!
An admirable performance, Mr. Naruhodo.
That was truly like some horror movie shit.
But in the final act of the show there, you rather missed everything of importance.
Mr. Sholmes?
If you would cast your mind back to my earlier deduction. Iris, clearly you're hiding a great secret.
She is? From the look on her face.
I also wanted to mention this too. Like here, how he like goes back and forth. He's definitely like, he's like, Especially because before she was like, obviously she was like pouty and whatever, looking upset. So like obviously he was doing the deduction, but also he was like playing with her too, like, huh? And so it makes me think that like, whenever Iris has either done something wrong or she's upset, like, this is what he does to try and cheer her up because she also likes doing deductions too. So it's their little game.
That's really sweet. I really like that. Oh, because especially like the look on his face right now. He's like, That's so sweet. Oh, fuck, I love that. Man, oh, he's her dad. Mr. Sholmes must be right. Whatever that great secret is, the cat isn't out of the bag yet.
So I put it to you again. You were attempting to abscond with that coffee cup.
It really is a shame about Mr. Sholmes' cup.
It must have been smashed when Professor Mikotoba opened the chest.
Oh dear. So many things seem to have been broken here.
But now that the deduction has taken a different direction, Iris doesn't seem to be trying to hide the broken cup anymore. Shoving microplastics into my mouth. You know what? I understand. I get it.
In other words, her great secret is something else.
Let's put our observational skills to work here one final time then.
What is Iris trying to hide?
I need this thing out of the way. Okay, that's the cup that broke. What's she trying to hide? Coffee cup. You were attempting to abscond with what? Oh, whatever. It's not a 5-pound. That's not a. Whatever's in your backpack, maybe. Surely this time, at last, the knapsack is going to be the answer.
I'm really not sure why you're so intent on showing Iris's bag to be complicit in these events.
I guess if you if you were, if I was presenting it before. Oh, sorry. Because it's a sizable bag, big enough for a sizable.
Big enough to carry things around, Mr. Naruhodo. That's what bags are for.
Okay. So the knapsack might never see the limelight, you mean?
I really wouldn't like to say.
Okay. So she was attempting to abscond with. What were you? Oh, 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 oh.
Ah, look! There seem to be more papers there. Is Iris trying to hide them underneath the tray?
The insignia, Mr. Naruhodo. It's an official Scotland Yard document.
It's the fuck. It's Klimp's body report.
But what? But why would Iris have
We must ask her.
an official Scotland Yard document?
Oh, tell us why you want to know about Klimpt. You were attempting to abscond with that case file.
Iris, as you know very well, nothing escapes the attention of a great detective.
Yeah, he definitely did this with her whenever she got in trouble.
Oh
We visited Scotland Yard's autopsy laboratory earlier today. And Dr. Gorey informed us that the autopsy report of Clint Van Zeeks had gone missing.
Clint Van Zeeks? Yes, I do seem to recall. That some years ago I asked to see the report in question. You were with me, weren't you, Iris?
Well, then what does she know? You mean it was you, Iris? So those papers you have there are...
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Oh, Iris. Wait. Deduction complete. Elementary. I wish. Wait.
In truth, I would like to have thought I could predict. I would like to have thought I could have predicted the booby trap chest, but it caught me completely off guard. I was very nearly late. Wait. Okay.
Sorry.
But it caught me completely off guard. I was very nearly the late consulting detective Sherlock Holmes.
I'm sorry, honey.
So you mean this autopsy report really is?
Yes, I took it from the lab, even though I knew it was very important.
Was there something in it that troubled you, Iris? Well, let's read it. Can I read it, please?
Not exactly something that troubled me. Something I've been looking for. When I saw this report, or when I saw the writing in it, I knew it was Daddy's.
Oh, because, Wilson did, the autopsy, he did the autopsy report on Klimt.
The writing?
Your father's writing? What do you really mean? What do you really mean?
Iris? It must be something that's hard for her to talk about.
Forgive me for interrupting, my dear fellows.
Mr. Sholmes, what is it? I want to read it! Let me read.
I feel as though the poor unconscious gentleman on the settee has been somewhat forgot.
This ain't about him!
Father!
Perhaps we should find our guests somewhere more peaceful to rest. Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes?
would you be so kind as to lend him your bed? We must do our very best to make him comfortable, I feel.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll help you carry him up.
So will I.
No, I can manage alone, thank you. You have tea to enjoy. We wouldn't want Iris's bird to stew.
Because there's no better way to make the professor comfortable than dragging him upstairs like a trunk. With his feet going like ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk every on the way up. I wonder, perhaps that was deliberate. Maybe Mr. Sholmes is making himself scarce to give Iris the chance to talk more freely.
We must use this opportunity to talk with Iris. And find out what's going on.
Converse.
Your daddy.
Would you like to tell us about it, Iris? About your father?
I'm sure I told you before, didn't I? That daddy used to be Harley's partner. Yes, and that notes about all the cases they solved together are kept inside that metal chest. That's right. Harley told me, you see. He said that Daddy's somewhere far away now, so we can't meet.
Well, that's one way of describing it.
Then, when I secretly unlocked the chest and read through the papers inside, I started to build up a picture in my head of what Daddy must be like.
Well, that's only natural.
You're just like any other girl your age. I read that Daddy was a professor of medical science, so I studied and took my degree too.
Oh, well, that's only natural, I suppose.
In that respect, you're not quite like any other girl of your age, though. But there was one thing I could never find out. Daddy's name.
Ah,
His name wasn't anywhere on any of the notes that he'd made about his work with Hurley. But then one day...
that's what happened, is it? When you saw this autopsy report, you finally managed to work it out. Is that right?
Yes,
So it was the handwriting in the report that caught her eye.
when I saw the handwriting on that report, I could hardly believe it. I know that handwriting, I thought to myself.
Because it was the same as the writing you'd seen on your father's case notes?
Exactly. I was desperate to compare the two properly. I needed to see them side by side. I asked the doctor in the laboratory, but I was told that I couldn't take the report away. And even worse, I was told that was the first and last time we'd even be allowed to look at there.
I'm sorry.
I was told that was the first and last time we'd be allowed even to look at it there.
So you decided to steal it.
When I compared the autopsy report with the case notes I had here, there was no doubt. The handwriting was exactly the same. It was Daddy's.
And the signature of the coroner at the bottom of the autopsy report read Dr. John H. Wilson.
So that's how I finally found out. I learnt Daddy's name at last.
I see.
Ever since then, I've called myself Iris Wilson. And that's also when I had the brilliant idea of writing stories all about Teddy's exciting times with Hurley. I decided there and then I'd write the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. Oh, Iris, I had no idea the stories had quite such a deep personal significance for you.
I can see why the autopsy report was so important to her now. And why she was prepared to break the law to get her hands on it. The implication that she once went by Iris Sholmes. Ooh!
I must apologize, Iris. This is really all my fault.
Ali?
I made a promise, you see, that until the time was right, I'd keep the details about your father a secret.
I know. I've been very naughty. I'll take the autopsy report back to Dr. Gory and apologize. I promise.
Well, not before I read it. Not before I read it. Not before I read it.
Yes, we'll go together, I think.
Then, let me look after it for you until we get there.
Clint's autopsy report.
I must go and water my herbs, I think.
Uh-huh.
I'll see you all later.
Poor Iris. She must be feeling awful. I know Mr. Sholmes is here for her, but still.
You're reading it, aren't you?
How? What's the meaning of this, Mr. Sholmes?
Mr. Sholmes? What do you know?
Oh dear me. So, you've noticed, I see.
But that would mean...
What on earth's the matter, Mrs. Sato? You've turned as white as a sheet.
It's this autopsy report, Mr. Naruhodo. The one from 10 years ago.
What did they find? What did they find?
The writing isn't Dr. Wilson's at all.
Huh? What do you mean? How could you possibly know that?
Because I know this writing. Oh, wait! Oh,
Wait a second. Hold, hey.
Because I know this writing very well. This writing is my father's.
Huh? What? Professor Mikotoba's? Hey!
Indeed, it's true. And now you know, my dear fellows.
No! I don't know anything! What on earth does all this mean, Mr. Sholmes? Ryu, put it together! Make the synapses connect! Because the idea that's slowly forming in my mind is just too extraordinary to believe. Please, you have to explain. You better explain right now. So, this autopsy report was actually penned by Professor Mikotoba then?
But he was just assisting, right? But I guess, okay, that makes sense if Wilson was doing it and Mikotoba was writing it because he was assisting, right?
But that makes no sense. It's not possible, surely?
Not possible? My dear fellow, pray, take a deep breath and think again.
Yes, you're right. In some ways, it actually makes a great deal of sense.
It does?
10 years ago is when Father returned to Japan after his extended study tour in Britain.
Oh my god, fucking king of leaving daughters behind.
And prior to his return, where was Dr. Mikotoba engaged?
Oh, of course. He was an assistant in Dr. Wilson's laboratory, learning about forensic science.
And as an assistant, he would have aided with the dissection work, making detailed notes. which would be assembled into the full autopsy report. Once the work was complete, the head coroner would check the contents and put his signature on the document.
In other words, the only writing of Dr. Wilson's in the report would be his signature at the end.
I see. So Iris got the wrong end of the stick, you mean? She saw that and assumed the whole report had been written by Dr. John H. Wilson.
Which is very understandable, of course.
What a complicated situation. Now this is okay. Now this is getting interesting. Your partner. Thinking about it, most of what we know about you, Mr. Sholmes, comes from the published stories of your exploits.
Yes, The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, written by Iris.
And we really have no way of knowing what's fact and what's fiction.
Most troubling for you, my dear fellow, I'm sure.
Super troubling. So what about this supposed partner of yours? Did he really exist or not?
Ah, you've come straight to the point, I see.
And please come straight to the answer.
I believe Iris explained it in one of her installments. He was a trusted comrade, and the only person I could truly have called a friend.
And did this partner of yours truly make a record of all your cases? Are his notes really stored inside that metal chest?
Absolutely, my dear madam. Absolutely.
So, where's your partner now? Say sleeping upstairs. Oh my fucking god, say sleeping is. Oh my fucking god!
We rarely meet. You see, he lives on the other side of the world.
Holy shit! Ah! But if this autopsy report and the records of all your old cases were penned by the same hand. Herlock Sholmes, did you fuck my dad? And if the autopsy report was. Sorry. And if the autopsy report was written, though not signed, by your famous partner, there would only be one logical conclusion.
Pray, impress me.
Your partner would have to be Yujin Mikotoba. In other words, Miss Susato's father.
Upon my word, Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes?
you are coming along wonderfully. You have hit upon the method at last.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Brownie Fox. I'm wearing my strawberry shirt.
You finally grasped the art of deduction.
Yes. You mean to say...
Allow me to introduce you to my great friend and partner, Mikotoba.
Oh my god! Professor Mikotoba! Sholmes and Mikotoba. New music? Oh my god! So this means...
Finally! Fucking finally! Finally! Oh my god!
Oh my
There's only
god.
one thing keeping me going.
And it's them?
One thing. Yes!
Oh my god, wait! This is why you're so mad about Miko Heart! Oh my god! That's too fucking funny.
You know how difficult it is to not be able to draw or say anything because my good friend, my really great, amazing friend Tony is playing the fucking video game at a rate of a fucking molasses.
Holy shit, my mic keeps fucking
getting away from me. It keeps just... I'm so sorry that I did that to you. Holy shit. Oh my god. You sacrifice so much for me. You do everything for me.
You want to talk about fucking Ibos? Let's talk about fucking Ibos. The legendary fucking Ibos.
Oh my god.
Right here.
Okay, sorry, my mic is... It is traveling... I'm sorry. I'm sorry I go at a snail's pace, okay? You do deserve a medal.
Okay, I was telling, because like I was furiously typing to Avi, right? The whole time I'm like, oh my god, if we did, When you were doing the last part of the deduction where like we had to figure out what Iris is trying to hide, you're like, the backpack. You kept going left and right, and I'm like, the game showed you the paper underneath. You can see it up there. If you go back in the bottom, you can see it. I'm like,
Really? Molasses. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just didn't see it. I don't know. Whatever. But
me crying, screaming,
I'm
sobbing.
sorry.
throwing up.
We're here now. So shall we finish this case?
Yes, please.
Okay. So this means that Sasato and Iris are sisters?
Does this mean that you're the real Dr. Wilson?
No, my dear. What the fuck? I'm still my old self, Eugen Mikotoba, your father.
Oh, of course.
This is obviously too much for Sasato-san to take in.
My father? The fucking book character?
I must say, though, how my old friend has attained worldwide celebrity as a great mystery solver is the greatest mystery of all. I still remember the first time we met. Pray remind me, when was it again, Mikotoba?
Father, are you white?
16 years ago, Jones. Ah, yes, quite. 16 years ago. I just arrived from Japan with Seishiro and Genshin. I was in search of lodgings close to the hospital, some comfortable rooms at a reasonable price. But rents are definitely high in that particular area. That's right. So I decided I needed someone to share lodgings and the expense. And was fortunate enough to be introduced to Sholmes, who found himself in a similar situation. I was a color fellow back then, a mere shadow of the great detective you see before you now. I was working at the hospital's chemical laboratory at the time, indulging my curiosities for little gain. And the situation of our cohabitation led us to pursuing cases together, you see. Hard to believe, it was a mere 6 years. We had a great many adventures.
My god.
But in the last year of Mikotoba's stay in Britain, that most infamous of cases presented itself. A case with which you become rather familiar yourselves, the Professor killings. After the trial, Seishiro and I were summoned back home.
Hardly surprising, given the circumstances.
So there you have it. And as you know, all the details recorded by my trusty chronicler remain in that metal chest.
This is just amazing. Professor Mikotoba really is Mr. Sholmes' famous partner.
What do you have to say about this?
Father?
Goodness, my dear, what a cutting look.
As your daughter, I'm very proud to learn that you are the great detective's great partner. But nevertheless, there's another mystery that I really must ask you to explain now.
And that is...
You know very well what it is. The unresolved matter of Iris's father.
Of course. I'd almost forgotten about that one.
I should have seen this coming, I suppose.
Now this is proper gossip. This is proper gossip.
Iris told us that all the notes about the great detective's adventures are in that metal chest.
Oh, sorry. I said that wrong.
That all the notes about the great detective's adventures that are in that metal chest were written by her father. Isn't that correct, Mr. Sholmes?
That is indeed what I told young Iris.
What you told her.
But if you're Mr. Sholmes' partner, father, and you wrote all those case notes, then Iris's father must be you.
No.
Says.
Upon my word, Mrs. Sato. You are coming along wonderfully as well. You too have hit upon the method at last. You finally grasped the art of deduction. What?
What you've always told me, father, is that my mother died when I was born 16 years ago. And you left me in grandmother's care whilst you embarked on your study tour of Britain. And I've always accepted that. But all this about Iris...
Oh, there it is. Susato-san's ice cold stare. He's like, oh, he's loving this.
No, now hold on a minute. It was very complicated. I mean, it's really not what you think.
Isn't it though? Then perhaps you'd like to explain exactly what it is.
There it is. Now the eyes go from ice cold to red hot just before she...
No, really, you've got the wrong end of the stick. Sholmes, say something, man.
Toss him!
That's quite enough, my fiery fellows.
It's not. Mr. Sholmes? When did he get all dressed up? Don't stop, Mr. Sholmes, don't stop the gossip.
Whilst I don't like to interrupt this exciting exploration of the past, Mikotoba and I have an urgent matter that requires a short excursion.
Are you going off to where everyone else is partying at too? Wherever fucking Seishiro went?
But it's very late, Mr. Sholmes. Where must you go?
Why, my dear madam, is that not obvious? My partner and I must pursue our natural enemies.
What does that mean?
So get your coat, Mikotoba. Game is afoot.
You scared me.
But Sholmes, I really must give Susato a full explanation, I think.
Yeah?
Later, my dear fellow, later. Our carriage awaits downstairs already. Haven't changed one iota, have you?
So he really was just letting Susato read all of these, like the adventures of her last show.
I mean, really, I visit our home after 10 long years.
Our home.
Our home. And when I opened that chest in a fit of nostalgia, I quite inexplicably pass out. And as if that wasn't enough, when I eventually regain consciousness, I'm plunged straight into all this.
Father, please. Go with Mr. Sholmes now.
What?
Sorry.
I've no doubt that whatever happened, you were acting in everyone's best interests. I trust you completely.
Do you deserve it?
Susato.
And sending the great detective and his great partner off on renewed adventures together is more than I could have hoped for in my wildest dreams.
Very well then. We'll speak again later. So, I believe your own work is done for the day. I wish you the best of luck for tomorrow. Yes, Naruhodo. Good luck in battle, and in reaching a decision.
My god. A decision? About
whether to go back to Japan, I suppose.
So much happened that day that I barely knew what to do with myself.
Me too,
It would
Ryu.
only be later that I'd come to realize how amidst the chaos I'd unleashed were all the clues I needed to finally unearth the truth, and that all the turmoil was necessary to give me the resolve to see everything through.
Ah, title reference. Resolve. The little Shones jingle in here. The leitmotif. Oh my, so that was the legendary bear achievement unlocked. Oh my god. That was a really short case. Fine, it's just called Final, the resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Well, we did it, folks. Thank you for joining us. That was fun. That was a really good time. Sorry for going half hour over, but worth it. So yeah. I mean, I don't always want to make you do a Monday stream because I know you're streaming on Sundays.
No, I'm gonna say hard no on that.
Okay, yeah.
Hard no on the Monday stream.
Understandable. So next Wednesday, we'll be coming back to the resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo, case 5, and then Saturday I will be doing with Jesse SOJ. Jet will not be there, but Sunday Jet is playing AA4 again on his channel.
Right.
Which is if you go to my channel, you go to suggested streamers. It's right there. I have to survive a whole week. But I can do it. I can make it a week. I promise I'm promising myself I can make it a week. Okay. Anyways. Well, thank you for joining me and for enduring so much.
Thank you for having me.
It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to have you.
It really would. Oh God, if you didn't constantly go back to the VOD to brush up on your knowledge because you need it because of the weeks in between, it would be so funny if my face was also visible because it would just the amount of agony that I show. I'm just like.
I'm sorry. Oh wait, Avi, what do you say?
I'm nodding my head, yeah, and then you skip over the evidence you need. I'm like, no.
Let me play the game.
What did you fucking link, Avi?
Yes. First, we're putting that on the fridge right now.
Oh,
I cannot wait to see what this looks like in the real true.
See, when you go off on your fucking theories, and you're Shomes, and I'm because of a fucking stop.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes. I love that Shomes is standing there so casually because that's also what I do. I guess we can put it in front of. I guess we don't need cookouts and crawls right now because we're not seeing. We haven't seen Strongheart for a bit. Where is it? I've lost it. Oh my god, I've lost it. Oh, fiery. There we go.
See, I do not condone this Miko Heart nonsense. However, I do stand Strongheart. I do stand him. I like him a lot. He's one of my favorite TGS characters.
I've spaced them out a little bit because I feel like we're going to get more to put on the fridge very soon. Here's how Miko Heart can still win. Well... Okay, well, I guess I'll see you guys either on Saturday or next Wednesday. Until then, I guess we're all just gonna be thinking about this.
Been thinking about it for like months already.
Yes, well, but now you can speak freely. Well, I mean, not too freely. I don't want to spoil
Not too freely, no. I still have to do some waiting.
But we're getting there. We're getting there. 1:30 in the morning, but it was worth it for gay people. Yeah, go make sure to go to sleep. But in the meantime, think about them. Anyways. So yeah, thank you for coming. See you guys when I see you. Good night.